Hello, fellow homebrewers. JP here, and I want to introduce to you the brand new Brew-Built X1 Conical Series available at More Beer. More Beer sells the highest standard in homebrewing equipment, and the Brew-Built Conicals are just that. They're made from mirror-polished 304 stainless steel, and they come with loads of features that you and I have been looking for. They have a full 2-inch bottom dump valve, which will eliminate your clogging issues, while the sturdy base includes 4 reinforced legs, just like those big Pro tanks do. More Beer also carries the Brew-Built line of options and add-ons like casters, pressure kits, and even external glycol chillers. So you can find out more about the new Brew-Built X1 Conical Unitanks by going over to morebeer.com for detailed videos on the entire line of Brew-Built Conicals. You can trust Brew-Built with your next fermentation, and you can trust More Beer to find the right conical for you. Brew-Built at morebeer.com.
This week's Sunday session is brought to you by homebrewing source of awesomeness online. More Beer at morebeer.com.
Feels like work. Shooting the shit for 2 hours, drinking beer and talking beer. What a wonderful experience.
Can we not have the barf bucket near my mixing board?
I think everybody could read the book.
I knew you were going to use this book as an excuse to quit doing this show.
Mrs. Bub, if you want, I can mail you the Bub Timer.
Yeah, Newcastle. Especially in the can. Have you ever had it in the can? No, I have not had it in the can.
Notice I closed my eyes and I concentrated really hard.
Now, live from the Brewing Network studios in Northern California, this is the radio program for home brewers, craft brewers, beer lovers, and beer geeks. It's your only source for live beer radio that brings expert brewers together with, well, expert drinkers. This is the radio program with a head on it. This is The Session.
Good afternoon. Welcome to The Session. Back in action.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I am too.
Yeah?
What? No, I don't know. It's just something I was trying.
Yeah.
Bevo has hit like her second wind on this show or something. Do you remember when she like was the most miserable person? You could tell that she hated. She was so over this show. But I would say that in the last month or so, Bevo, you've got a refreshing new
minty taste about you.
I think we've only seen her once. I think that's why.
Is that what it is?
I don't know what it is.
No, you've done a lot of shows lately, and I feel like you're re-energized. Is
Possibly,
that true?
yeah. I don't know. Maybe my life just changed a little bit. Maybe.
Did Sam leave?
If only.
It's not that?
No.
Are you taking vitamins, maybe?
No.
No.
I am no longer one of those creepy moms who is breastfeeding their toddler. I quit that business.
Wait a minute.
Done.
Like just now?
Yeah.
How old is Abby?
2.
That's not too bad, is it?
It's pretty bad.
It is?
Yeah, she was like asking for it.
Yeah, like when the baby can ask for a boob, it's too old,
right? It was
right?
boob. She wanted boob. And it's done.
That's right. Don't Chinese...
The milk has run dry.
Don't Chinese dynasties, they feed until they're like 12 or 13, don't they?
Yeah, but that's my point.
But we don't live in a... Like, it's not socially acceptable anymore. And I don't know.
I don't think it ever was.
Shut up. It wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't until I said it wasn't, and it's not anymore.
Do you remember me telling you that when I worked at Pyramid?
I didn't want to have the kid with the fries and the milk.
Yeah, the kid was like eating French fries. You know, he walked to the bathroom by himself, and then he comes back and he starts breastfeeding.
Wow. Yeah, if you can be entrusted to go to the restroom alone, you don't need a breast in your mouth.
If you can eat French fries, you don't need. I mean, he had like a pizza.
If you have to be carded for beer,
yeah. So you just, like this week?
This week.
What's going to happen, like, to the milk now?
It's gone.
There's just not any in there?
It goes away, yeah.
Well, there's some left. It just disappears? You don't have to, like, squirt it out or anything?
I like the fact that you're checking right now.
Sorry.
I appreciate that.
I think Righty might still have a little left, but...
Do you want to like save? You know how people like will save a bottle of their homebrew for years,
Yeah.
because it's like their first batch.
That's disgusting.
Do you want to
No.
save a bottle? Can we save one here?
No.
Can we make cheese out of it?
I couldn't. Ew.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I couldn't.
Did you have to sit Abby down and have a conversation with her about it? I want to know how she broke the news.
Actually, we did. We gradually started telling her that you're a big girl now. This is going to go away soon. And finally, one day, I just walked out and I handed her to Sam and I was like, I'm done.
Wow.
We're done. We're not doing this anymore.
Don't you think it's traumatic for a baby to not see mom's boobs anymore?
I think it is a little bit because it's something she's had every day since the day she was born.
Yeah,
but it's also something. If it's something that I can, if I can distract you with blocks, you clearly don't need it or want it that bad.
Is that what you do with Sam too? You're like, oh, look at the shiny thing over here, Sam.
Oh my God! Again, if only.
No, I need the boo boo.
I would feel. So is she going to turn into a bitch now? You think?
Well, she does have my genetics, so it's possible.
Right. This is going to be the thing that changes her.
Nature or nurture. It's going to happen.
Actually, no, I think I like her a little more now that we're not doing that anymore. It's like she likes me for me and not just because I'm a source.
She's now, well, that's one person in your life.
I really hate you sometimes.
That's not nice. That's actually really rude.
Congratulations on the milk running dry, Bebo.
Thank you. I wonder if that's maybe why I'm happier with life.
Can you guys believe that some joker named their LLC after us and is opening a bar in Concord?
Wait, what?
More trademark issues?
I mean, you've heard me talk about our logo being stolen.
Right.
Somebody's posting an alcohol sign from the Hop Grenade LLC in Concord, California. And there's a Diablo magazine article about the Hop Grenade bar.
What?
Yeah.
It's never going to end. They're just going to keep trying to steal it.
I mean, that's just like a blatant... It's in my hometown. Like, I'm from here, sort of.
Do you have your trilogy of lawyers, of Jewish lawyers, attacking them right now?
I only have one, and maybe he sucks because...
He didn't see it coming?
How did I not know about this? The Hop Grenade.
That's,
Does anybody have an original idea anymore?
Let's go burn it down. Let's just burn it to the ground.
It's right next door to EJ Fair. What knucklehead would put a craft beer bar right next to another craft beer place? What kind of idiot does that?
Seems stupid when you put it that way.
I mean, I've done a lot of dumb things with the Brewing Network before, but that one...
It's like putting a car dealership right next to another car dealership and then calling it Car Dealership Avenue.
It's like building
auto mall.
It's like building a big building that has like a lot of different stores in it, all in one building.
But of all the same store. It's the mattress strip mall.
Different variations of the same store.
Yeah. All right. The truth is, you may have seen or heard the rumor that the Brewing Network is opening a bar called the Hop Grenade. Believe it or not, I did see some people on Friday night, and they were like, I was announcing, basically, so we're opening a bar in Concord. There you go. So I
way to gloss over that one.
So I was talking to these people about it.
What's your point?
I was at the Anchor Christmas party on Friday night, and I started talking to people about the bar because they had seen that article, and they were like, "Oh God, thank God it's you," because we saw this Hop Grenade LLC sign a long time ago, and we were afraid to tell you. Like, we didn't want you to know that somebody else had stolen.
I didn't want to be the one to tell you.
Yeah, clearly they've heard.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah, but clearly they've heard how I snap about that stuff. They're like, we didn't want to be yelled at, and they're like, oh, we're so relieved that that's actually you opening a bar. Yeah, so the Brewing Network is opening the Hop Grenade. That's right. It'll be the Hop Grenade. What's it called? Tap room and bottle shop.
That's it. Yep.
So we decided on, and so it's not. We're not doing like a brew pub or a full kitchen. People ask like, when are you guys going to brew beer? Fuck that. Who wants to own a brewery?
You know, I have to answer that more than once in the same interview by the same interviewee. Like, I have people ask me, so you're going to be brewing, like, what kinds of beer? And then I'm, no, we're just selling the beer, not brewing. And later in the same interview, they'll go, so you're brewing, how big, how much?
Yeah.
We're not brewing.
Just go, a lot, all right? Yeah, we're like a couple barrels.
We're outsourcing.
We're going to brew a 12-pack at a time. We're going to brew one 12-pack every day.
So it's a brew pub then? No!
So we're opening a tap room. It will not have a full kitchen, which is kind of why it works perfectly right next to EJ Fair. We're creating a little beer mecca in downtown Concord. Ale Industries is opening a tap room called like the pork and
Pig
pickle.
and whistle, I think is what it is.
I think it's called the pickle and the bacon.
Oh man, they should have called it Ale Industries. But anyway,
what's it called? It's called something.
I don't know why we have a tap room not name it after your brewery.
Isn't that weird?
Well, it's the Ale Industries Pig and Pickle or Pig and Whistle or something
I'm
like that.
I'm going to call it the Pig or something.
The Pig.
Well, you can call it the pig, but in Concord, no one will know where you're going.
Too many choices.
Right?
Hey,
People, do you
speaking of
remember?
food,
Yeah, the pig and the pickle.
See?
Do you remember what the Jersey Shore kids called ugly broads in the show?
I didn't watch the show.
Does anybody else remember what they called them?
I never watched.
They call them grenades.
Right.
Don't you think we should have grenade night down at Top Grenade? And it's really, like, instead of industry night, we should have grenade night where it's just for ugly people. Like, the ugly people around Concord could get to know that on this particular night, you can go to this place and feel
be recognized.
and feel welcome.
Who would judge the bouncer? Who decides if they're ugly or not?
Me, clearly.
At the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the door. You're all right. Oh, yeah, you can go in twice.
No, you're a medium. Get out of here.
It'd be so weird that I have to be like, nah, you're pretty good looking. You got a nice dick. You can't come.
Justin, oh my gosh.
Wouldn't it be great if we could have... I probably won't fly, but...
No, I wouldn't.
I'm going to think about it. Maybe I could market it some way. I would love to have grenade night.
It's
just a room full of a mess. Everybody's a mess in there.
You act like that's not going to happen anyway.
Right. Every night is grenade night at the Hop Grenade. Well, I'm real excited about it. I think we get the keys. This is a project that Scott and I and the Moskowitz family have been working on for quite some time. And I think we get the keys to the building tomorrow.
Yep.
Is that confirmed? Because I'm still really superstitious, and I feel like because I'm announcing it right now and we don't have the keys, in the next 12 hours, shit could really go wrong.
Major earthquake?
Yeah, like maybe there will be a fire there, and then we've lost our bill. I mean, I will feel terrible if that happens.
Yeah, you're right. No, I don't know if we're getting the keys now.
Great.
You've talked me out of it. I was sure.
There was a coffee shop there, and there were some people that are kind of angry with us. They thought like we kicked them out.
Yeah, you know who's the most angry was John Plise.
Really?
Yeah, when I was telling him this the other night, and he was like, I told him the whole thing. Yeah, it's going to be a tap room, and there's going to be bottles. You have the studio there. And he was like, so Panama Red's moving out?
That was his only response?
I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, their coffee's good. But anyway, there's going to be all sorts of good beer. And then he was like, so are they moving to a different location? Or I was like, I don't know.
Like, I really like their coffee.
Yeah, he really was into them, yeah.
Wow. I think they are moving.
Coffee.
I think they are moving to another location.
They're moving to Walnut Creek.
We didn't put them out of business, by the way.
No, they decided to leave.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the best location,
pushed
actually,
it.
for a coffee place. It's not...
Well, there's two other coffee places. There's Pete's on the other corner.
Right.
I mean, who would open a coffee place next to another coffee place?
Panama Red was there first.
Well, and I mean, Pete's can kind of stand alone, but Panama Red's not, like, wide... You know, it's not really wide known, and it's not on a main drag.
I bought their
You know
coffee
what I mean?
for Winterfest every year. I would buy jugs
It's good
of
coffee.
for the volunteers. I don't know what I'm going to do this year.
Go to Pete's.
Go to Pete's.
Oh.
Or go Starbucks. Pizza is actually terrible.
See, Starbucks is right there, too.
Yeah.
Two coffee places in one plaza?
Stupid. Next thing you know, you're going to have a bookstore.
Yeah. So we're looking to open, I think, around April. It's going to take a little time. We have to build the place out. We're going to put the studio right in the bar. So now you can actually come hang out with us, and it's not my living room anymore. So that'll be exciting.
I have a question about that. Are we going to be like... Not that I don't like our listeners or anything, but you know how Sam likes to invite creepers in who just wander in and, like, touch shit?
Yeah.
Is there going to be a lock on our door?
No, those are my friends you're just describing.
Yeah, stop talking about Tasty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
There's going to
Tasty.
be creepers, yes.
I don't know. I don't think we're going to lock the door. I think it's going to be up to our GM to make sure that
Sam doesn't do anything stupid.
Sam doesn't do anything
We'll
stupid.
put him on the 86 list right off the bat, see?
Okay.
Yeah,
Sam's going to have to just
He'll be
sit
on
out.
probation.
He's going to have to wait in the car.
Cool.
Kids will be allowed, so...
That makes me happy. Good.
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't do
Yeah,
anything
no better
to
place.
remove Abby from this growth experience that is the Brewing Network. Will be in
I
her
actually
life.
think it's very good for her to be around you hot messes so that she can see what to not do in life.
You just called me hot.
So we're putting the studio in there. You'll be able to come watch the show, and then when we have guests like we have tonight, we'll try to get their beer on tap. I mean, assuming there's still laws, I think, and then so they have to be distributed in the state of California. But now think about this: like now when we have say Vinny Chilurzo or Jeremy from Lagunitas on the show, you come hang out with them and all their beers on tap, and it'll be a rip roaring good time. So that's the plan. In accordance with that, I'm happy to announce that this month will be the last time you ever hear a Sunday show. Yeah. I'm canceling the session.
Oh, sorry.
No, we're moving the show to Mondays because I hate Sundays, for one. And
It's the Lord's Day.
yeah, who wants to work on the Lord's Day? Not this guy. The Lord says don't, and I listen. Like, I listen to everything that guy says.
Right, that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
He kicks a lot of ass.
Okay, stop.
Except for masturbation. That's fine. He doesn't say not to do that, though, right?
Not if you're, if you're Catholic, I think, right?
Yeah, Judaism says it's fine. I think Christianity has an issue with it.
I think Christianity,
The Jews are allowed to jerk off?
Yes, you are.
I don't know about the act
Well, no one-
itself of masturbation. It's the thoughts that are behind it that are not.
Yeah, but they go hand in hand. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to think about crackers while
Hand
you're...
in hand.
You know. You got to think about
No,
something.
like, you should think about your wife.
I don't have a wife.
Yeah.
Can I think about somebody else's wife?
No, that's
All right,
lustful.
let's just stop talking. Let's just not talk about this.
Is that not right? What do I have to do to be a Jew? Do I just say it? Do I just be like,
Talk to
Yeah.
Madonna.
You click your heels together a couple times, talk to Madonna, and you're a Jew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Madonna's not a Jew.
I like Kabbalah. She's a Kabbalah follower, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Do
I
you
thought
know?
it's Jew sounding.
Yeah, I think it's like scholars' interpretation of the Torah chronicled, and
Because when I think of
You're a
scholars,
terrible Jew.
it's not Holy Scripture. It's like smart people's take on Holy Scripture, Kabbalah.
yeah.
Oh.
When I think of scholars,
Well,
I
why
think
wouldn't-
Madonna.
Is that the one with the red bracelet? I think you have to wear a red bracelet.
Oh,
like
no,
a
I'm
red
not
string
familiar with
bracelet.
No, that's a friendship bracelet from Golden Grams.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you're still a Jew, right? You'd still be called a Jew if you're that? If you're a
you're
Kabbalah follower?
No, you have to. I don't
No,
think
don't
so.
you have to go to like classes with
Yeah.
like a real rabbi to become a Jew?
Yeah, you do. It's a complicated conversion process.
That's weird.
Because
That's
because then
stupid.
every attorney with their gum chewing secretary, you can't make it easy, you know.
But the Christians do. Like, watch. I'll become a Christian right now. I love Jesus.
Yeah, it is that easy.
I'm now a Christian.
Yes, you are.
Bless you.
Now, can I...
That's actually not how it goes, but
It's pretty much... Can I undo it? How do I undo it? Shit.
You can do whatever you want.
I can?
Yeah, you're a human being.
It's not like that to become a Jew, huh? You got to go to class?
Yeah, they take it really seriously. And
Is it like an
takes
accredited
months.
school?
You can do classes online these days, I think.
What are you doing? I was finishing my Judaism class online.
Is it accredited? Because if it's not accredited, I'm going to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. So we're moving the session to Mondays. So,
Right.
So what'll happen, we'll still do 3 shows a month, but no longer will you look like, is it Sunday or Monday or whatever, because it needs to also be a consistent night for the bar, because people need to know, if you show up on a Monday night, there's always a show. And so even on our off week, I'm going to get another show in there. Like maybe one of the Brew Strong recordings, or I have some other ideas too. So Monday night will be broadcast night. I think we'll still do Brewing with Style on Tuesdays, Tasty. From there.
Yeah.
And now you have a live studio audience to help you taste the beers.
Yeah, you could. That'd be great.
How many taps are we going to have?
20.
20 taps. How many bottles are we? 'Cause we're going to do bottles too, right?
Yeah, I don't know the number.
How many,
lot.
How many doors of colds?
So, yeah, the taps will be flanked on either side by big refrigerator doors, floor to ceiling. So
How many doors? How many open?
2.
But they're behind the bar, Tasty. The thing is...
Each one has a door. 2 of those?
Yeah.
Or 2 doors.
And then there'll be small doors under the taps that you don't see. So, but here's the thing. Here's why I know why you're asking that, Tasty. And here's the thing. Even though it's taproom and bottle shop, we're not actually allowed to be a takeaway bottle shop yet.
It's on premises.
It's not zoned to be off premise, so we have to change that. So we're going to open with just like an on premise bottle shop. You can buy lots of bottles and drink them there.
Yeah.
And then as time goes on, it's a rather expensive process to get the zoning changed. And so we're going to figure it out and see if it's necessary. Morgan, the Ale Industries place is a bottle shop, and that's 2 blocks away. I'm curious if he's zoned for that. I mean, I don't want to. I'm trying to get him in trouble or anything. I hope he is.
Well, he's
zoned
got a
for
different
it.
license. He's a brewer. He's a Type 23. He's a.
So
it's his tasting room.
Yeah, but he's doing other bottles.
Oh, other people's bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how he's doing that. That's a different license.
Yeah, he's doing other people's bottles.
Well, also, it's not just the ABC license we have to be concerned about. In this case, it's the city. The ABC doesn't have a problem
It's
with
a
us.
zoning issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's right.
Because we're considered at that point by the city a liquor store.
Liquor store.
And they
Yeah.
don't want us like selling foodies to the homeless dudes.
Right. Right. The reason the zoning exists in the first place is so there's no 7-Eleven in the downtown square because that's not the vibe they want.
They don't want that.
Apparently, there's a lot of homeless people in Concord.
Yeah.
More than Martinez,
Well, because it's a larger city.
if you can believe it.
They're better hidden in Concord.
Yeah.
Where are
Absolutely
they?
not.
There's-
Oh, my God. They're right by the Safeway on Willow Pass right there. They're in the parks.
Oh, who
I've
goes
been
up
hit
there?
up right
That's
there
dangerous.
at the coming out of the
EJ
spaghetti
Fair.
factory.
You sure this
Yeah.
wasn't one of Tasty's friends?
I'm sure. I gave them my leftovers.
Why?
That was me, Bevo.
They're never going to learn to fend for themselves if you keep... It's like, don't feed the bears.
Yeah. Teach the man to
Never
fish.
learned to fend for them. How old are they? They've probably learned at one point. They just
Well,
stopped.
they forgot.
I see. All right. Did I miss anything? So April, Hop Grenade, Concord. Right. We're going to do a big old grand opening. You'll hear, we'll give you details as we have it.
Are we still going to be on at 7 Pacific? Or maybe, 6 Pacific? Or maybe we might move to 7 since it's...
Ain't no one got
it
time
is
to move
an
to 7.
entertainment item at the...
I think we're going to stick with 6 because we still have our live listeners on the East Coast. And
But happy hour is till 7. Or I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know what you guys' format is.
Writing the rules.
Yeah.
But I mean...
I see what you mean.
It's entertainment now, so you may want to put it into the...
Yeah.
Keep them there till 10 format.
I got to think about that. I'd like to keep it at 6, but yeah, you might be right. I don't know.
Whatever, think about it.
Well, because then it's, it depends on what portion of our listeners. Well, no, it's all.
Everybody's going to be pissed. All
so,
listeners are pissed off.
I don't even know.
You must do it at midnight.
We're not even going to broadcast anymore.
I don't think we should. We should stand there and look at people.
Sit there and talk. We'll just be hanging out.
Just go look at that guy right there.
Yeah, it's like
a loser.
A more important question, Tasty, is are we going to have to censor ourselves now that we're being broadcast into a live public space?
An all-ages space, you say, too, right?
It is an all-ages space.
So we could have to F-bombs right in front of the 11-year-olds and all that kind of stuff. Huh? Wow.
Yeah, like we were just talking about jerking off and Bevo's boobs.
Right. Together
not
in the same...
No, not together.
Oh.
I mean, separately.
That's what I put it together as.
Oh, yeah, we got.
I knew what you were saying. I figured it out.
We're going to have to go terrestrial style.
So we have thought about this a little bit, and the thing is, I don't really want to censor us. We might have to be a little more cognizant of what's happening, but I think what we're going to do is maybe just have the ability to turn the speakers on and off, so that because if I want to start talking about Bevo's tits, you have that God-given right as an American.
Well, how about
yeah.
How about the hot chick
I don't know
look
if
in the
I
window?
agree with that.
Well, you'd be wrong.
Okay. See, this is what I mean. I just let you do whatever you want.
Maybe the live feed in the bar has a delay dump, like the CBS days.
Oh.
Do you think anybody at a bar would be offended?
Well, if their kids are there.
You said all ages.
Because it's all ages.
Yeah, with the exception of me, what kind of an idiot would bring their kids to a place like that?
It's Concord. It's Concord.
There's lots of yous.
You make a good point.
In Concord.
Also, this though, it's not just kids. Like, what if some dude brings his wife in? Like, let's go have a beer. I've heard about this place, and then they're sitting there, and then they hear me talking about dicks for a half an hour, and she's offended, and then she never comes back.
Long time to focus on dicks. Just saying.
So I feel like it's going to be tricky. I don't know about it. A delay is one option.
Maybe we need to weed them out, so to speak.
Get rid of those.
It'll be a much more fun place.
Any publicity is good publicity.
There'd be no prudes there at all. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Or you could just schedule, like right now, what we're doing, just talking. You could not be having this playing in the
just do the
area,
interview?
and then just do the interview, and then when we start to implode on ourselves, you can just turn that shit off.
But I think more people than not will want to hear the whole thing. It's just going to be that
then they can listen to us on the download.
Prude.
Maybe you just have directional speakers, like half of the joint.
Yeah,
you can hear it, and then you step across the fake Meridian line, and then it's just terrible music playing.
That's a good idea.
Jay, you did bring up the super lame silent disco dance party at GABF where everyone just throws on the headsets.
Yeah.
So maybe we have a lounge area with headsets if you want to listen to the show.
That's terrible.
See, it does solve the problem, but is anyone going to want to sit around with these goofy headsets on?
No, I think we should do the disco music thing instead.
Oh, that's disco GABF all the way.
Exactly.
No, because I already get skeeved out sharing headphones with you guys.
Right. Well, you don't have to wear the headphones.
Well, no, but I'm saying that I'm sure there are people like me out in Concord.
That was the first thing I thought of. That's gross.
Yeah. Yes, Tasty?
I want to be able to look out the glass and talk to the girl, but that's showing me her tits.
Like right now? Like if we were on
during
air
the
and
show.
she was there, you'd be like
the pretend girl.
It would be great. I'll be like in the middle of an interview and we're going to hear Tasty going, hey, baby.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
He
what's
needs to
happening?
bite down on that Cialis tablet in his cheek.
In his tooth.
I don't think I'm eating M&Ms or something.
Like a Nazi spy.
Like cyanide.
Shit, I got caught. I'm dead.
This place could be great for your
libido.
Your libido, Tasty.
I don't operate that way.
I thought about this too.
My libido. Oh yeah.
I thought, hey, we're sitting in the room doing the show, and some lady in a low cut top walks by, and you've just asked Brendan Moylan a question, but he isn't looking at you or listening. He's looking out the window at the chick.
Yeah.
So I thought, what if we do reflective tinting? So it's like a mirror when you're inside the studio.
We can't see out.
Correct.
It does seem to take the fun out of it, but it does solve a problem.
It is hard to focus when the crowd's there.
Yeah. Can it be removable? Like, is there a way we can,
scratch a hole in it like a peep show?
That chick in the green shirt, man. I just couldn't
Can we
take
have
it.
like a video feed or something to see what's going on out there?
Yeah.
Just in case. Can we turn it on and off?
What about the cameras? Like, so is live stream up right now?
Yeah.
So, of course, you can watch the show all the time. Is the camera just going to be on the studio, or should we have
No, we should have an audience camera for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have a live bar. That'd be cool to have a live bar cam just 24/7 anyways.
Yeah. That's always weird, though. Those things, don't you find that weird that somebody could be sitting at home watching you just sitting at the bar drinking?
Is that legal?
No, you don't want to show people in
It's legal.
bar.
Yeah, all you got to do is say we have a live stream, and if you come on the premises, then you are being filmed, and your likeness can be used, and blah blah blah.
And I can stalk the servers with actually going there. This is going to be great.
How come the camera's moving? Tasty has his own remote. Stop zooming in on me.
Awesome.
I don't know if I want the.
No, I've seen
24-hour
cameras
cam.
in bars. They don't last. Everybody hates them.
They do, right?
Yeah.
But we could do just the listener area. Like, there's going to be kind of a lounge
That's
area
fine.
where you can sit.
You know where the-
got to be able to cut to that.
We need a camera for the show for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
The people are going to be disappointed that you're barely going to be able to see Bevo. The way the booth is there, you're the only one who's kind of off to the side.
That's okay.
I know you like it, but other people are going to be
I
disappointed.
don't think you can really see me now.
When you come in,
Not really.
They can't see you at all.
We can't see you. We never see you.
What if we?
I'm not even here. No, I mean on the.
No.
Oh, you mean you can't see me at all?
I mean the people there who come in just to see you.
Oh, that's fine.
Like Sugar Valley Brewer, for example.
I heard he's moving to the Bay Area actually next month.
Actually, this just in, he's our general manager. We hired Sugar Valley Brewer.
And this just in, I will be forwarding my resignation to you.
And divorcing Sam to marry Sugar Valley Brewer.
I think we better rewrite our sexual harassment policy now that we've got Sugar Valley as our GM.
Do you have one?
Sexual harassment policy? I think we have to at this. You know
do.
what? What's weird is there's all sorts of official things happening with this stupid new place, including like employee manuals and sexual harassment policies.
Are you sure we have to do that?
So wait, do I fall under those?
No, because you work for me, not the Hop Grenade.
So then I would just be.
You have
I
nobody
can
to complain.
still be just a total.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, there's no protection for you.
Damn it.
Yeah. Which is why I also don't work for the Hop Grenade. What a disaster that would be. Get sued in a second. The Brewing Network will be subleasing space from the Hop Grenade. So whatever I do over there.
So it's a numbers game.
That's my business.
Right.
Yeah.
Never again.
All right. I have other things to do, but that's the deal. And if anybody has any other questions, feel free to ask. 888-401-BEER, that's our number. But look for the Hop Grenade to be opening in April. So we're going to be starting work right away.
Is there a website?
Oh, yeah, there is. What's it called?
Hopgrenade.com.
There you
Weird.
go. Yeah.
Simple.
It's just like a landing page,
splash page
to be filled in later.
Yeah, but it's there.
Can we get this box fixed?
Yeah,
with all our new bar money.
Totally.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. All right. Thanks to our show sponsor, More Beer. They bring you this session and every session. That will continue in the new place. They're our longtime sponsor. Go over to morebeer.com and check it out. Today on the show, we've got Full Tilt Brewing Company. They're out of Baltimore, Maryland on the show tonight. Longtime listeners, I hear. Fans of the show. So, and did they send beer?
Yes, they did.
Excellent. So we got their beer to try. 888-401-BEER. Bevo is in the chat room. You can hit the chat button on the homepage if you want to ask questions that way of Full Tilt or anything else. Winter Brews Festival tickets are now on sale. You can go to bnbrewfest.com, and that's the site. We'll be updating that as we get breweries signed up. You'll see all the regular characters there, though, plus a couple new ones. I'm working on getting Jester King out for that festival.
Nice.
I know that we're going to have Moonlight Mead this year.
Yep.
So that's exciting. And, several other things happen. So go to BN Brewfest, and you can buy your tickets now. Here's the deal. If you buy by December 24th, then we pay all of the processing fees. So their tickets are $35 in advance, and they'll remain $35 in advance. But after the 24th, you have to pay, it comes out something like $3 in
processing fees
that we will pick up between now and December 24th. So buy your tickets early. It's a great gift idea. It's a great stocking stuffer idea.
It sure is.
Or you could put it on a menorah day. Is that
Those
what
are
I think that's
done.
already passed.
Those are done, but you could stuff your bra with them. Also,
that's a good idea.
Thank you.
Hanukkah passed?
Yeah, it's over. It was really early this year.
Yeah.
It changes?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
The Jewish calendar is a little different. That's why, like, the Jewish New Year's in September, Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it follows the moon or something. Or the sun. I don't know.
Is it ever after Christmas?
No, I don't think it's ever coming out. Yeah, yes, I've seen it occur during, maybe like the second to last of the last night. But
I see. Did you light a menorah?
Yeah, absolutely. Lit some candles, made some latkes, the fried potato. Delicacy.
Didn't you bring us latkes once?
I think I did a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's really interesting. The Jews are like, hey, I know, let's fry potatoes. Everyone's like, genius.
That's a delicacy.
Whatever, your girlfriend knows how to make those real good.
They're really good.
Do they teach that in Jew class before you become a Jew?
Oh, it's part of the conversion process. Absolutely.
You must, that's the test.
Eat 25 latkes
to make a good latke.
Yeah.
All right, it's Saturday, January 25th is our Winter Brews Festival. Buy tickets now, $35, $45 at the door. And Tasty's Homebrew will be there. Lucas, Ohio is playing the fest this year, as well as Forrest Day is back. He's got a new album out, so it's going to be a good music lineup.
Awesome.
Lucas might be in later to sing a song.
Oh, great. Yeah. Excellent. Speaking of songs, Sugar Valley Brewers sent us a couple. I'll play them later in the program, though.
Always good.
All right. Did I already mention that we're opening a tap room? I did that, right?
Even when they're nasty.
No.
Calls for Homebrewer of the Week. We're doing a new featured Homebrewer of the Week today. If you want to be a Homebrewer of the Week, send an email over to scott@thebrewingnetwork.com. Suppose you could nominate your friends, too, right?
Sure.
Yourself.
Just give us their contact information so we can call them.
And social security number.
Home address.
Yes.
Dr. Homebrew, Brew Strong, Brewing with Style. All shows available on thebrewingnetwork.com. Go check out all our different programming. JP's doing a great job with Dr. Homebrew.
Thanks.
People really like it.
Thanks.
You can do your Christmas shopping on Amazon and help the Brewing Network. Just click the Amazon link on our homepage and then shop as you normally would. iPhone and Android apps are available. Just search BN Mobile. Then you can listen to us on the go. Watch all this live over at thebrewingnetwork.com/TV. Subscribe and join the BN Army. And you can become, that makes
Poor
you...
too.
Yeah. Become a recurring donor for as little as $2 a month, and we put you in the raffle for the More Beer monthly donation giveaway, which is a chance to win $100 to go spend at More Beer. And they have a lot of things there to spend $100 on. Lots and lots of things. All right, get all these updates and more on Twitter and T-Bang. Send show ideas to Scott the Jew, Scott@thebrewingnetwork.com. Send feedback to feedback@thebrewingnetwork.com. Do we have a Twitter game?
We do have a Twitter game.
Twitter game is brought to you today by Austin Homebrew Supply, our friends in Texas, the good part of Texas, Austin. Go to Austin Homebrew Supply right now and check them out. They're great supporters of the show. What's our Twitter game?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but apparently there is a black market for beer. There's been a lot of talk on eBay. People have been selling even growlers of beer. Hard to get on eBay, and it's just getting a lot of attention in the news lately.
Okay.
This beer black market. So I thought, what if the BN jumped in on the black market? What would we have to offer on the black market?
The last bottle of Bevo's breast milk.
Oh, done.
I just won the game.
You did win the game. I'll send you a free T-shirt.
All right. What else would we put on the black market?
Yeah. What would we sell on the beer black market?
Sam.
Well, sell, not give away.
I see.
And we could give him away on the regular market, I think, right?
I doubt it. I think we'd have to ship him somewhere.
I tried to give him away on Facebook once. It didn't work.
Really? Nobody wanted
would
him?
take him.
Did anyone even like it? Just nothing?
Taryn responded with no, and then she came back and responded with sorry, I meant hell no.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's weird because he's such a nice dresser. He's always dressed so nice.
Has he got like a coyote howling at the moon on his shirt now? Or
no, he has on a T-shirt that says King Ding Dong.
Which is true. He's truth in advertising.
Sam is such an asshole.
And it has a ding dong on it, and he wore that today with a purple velour jacket.
What is wrong?
To church?
The guy's got style.
To
That's all I can
church.
say.
He did wear it to church?
And then I think a Northern Brewer hat.
I'm sure they're proud.
Or maybe a Nico. I think it might be a Nico Brew hat. I don't know, some sort of hat.
Great.
A beer hat.
All right.
He's an idiot.
I want to go to your church.
Seriously.
It's an old Radio Shack. It's pretty cool.
Circuit City.
Circuit City,
Circuit
sorry.
City.
Is it really?
Yeah, I've been.
We got too big for our regular sanctuary, so then we rented out a gym at a school for a long time, and then they wanted us not to be there anymore. So
why? What'd you do?
We were just big and took up a lot of space, and
so now you're into Circuit City?
So now we're in a Circuit City, and we do 2 services a day.
Do they still have all the old fixtures in there?
No, we made it. It looks nice.
Looks like a church?
It looks like a church.
I walked in, I was like, I really have a hankering for Monster plugs now. But
yeah.
You know, my dad and his old business partner did most of the West Coast stores of Circuit City when they did their big expansion in the early mid '80s.
Yeah.
So it's now come full circle, and that's thanks to Circuit City.
Right.
Now we're opening a bar.
Yeah, but Circuit City went out of business.
Yeah, they did.
I hope this isn't an omen for what's ahead of us in the future.
Yeah, but they did really well at first.
Great. Well, we're going to have a good 5-year run, boys.
Yeah, in 10 years, maybe there'll be a church in the old bar.
Yeah.
It'd be a very small church.
So much you put a coffee shop in there after we leave.
Oh, that's a good idea. There's only 2 in that square.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever happened to Panama Red? I miss that place.
Did they open up anywhere else, do you know?
I think they're moving to Walnut Creek.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is funny to watch people react to me. I'm like, where is it? I'm like, oh, it's like, right next to EJ Fair. And they go, oh, in Todos Santos there? Where? No, I mean it. It's like right next to we share a wall. And then you can tell that they are trying to be nice from that point forward. Like they're like, oh, wow, what a great idea. And you can tell they're going, you're a fucking moron. But listen, I think it's going to work. I think it's a good idea.
Well, good.
Really, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run tap lines over to EJ Fair and
Are you?
to steal their beer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I think that'll be a good idea.
That's a good plan. I don't think anybody's going to notice that.
No. Wow, we're sure selling a lot more beer now. Revenue's the same, but
revenue.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to wait to do feedback because we're running a little short on time.
Why?
Well, because you talked too long.
God, I'm sorry.
Talked too much for too long. We'll do feedback a little bit later. Coming up on the show, Full Tilt is going to be on Dan Baumiller. Is that how I say it?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Got it right.
That's good for you.
All right, hang in there. It's The Session. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with Full Tilt Brewing, 888-401-BEER, or join Bevo in the chat room if you'd like to ask questions. It's The Session. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Brewcasters. On the Brewing Network.
Since the first time the Brewing Network microphones turned on, More Beer was behind it. More Beer sponsors the programming on the BN because, like you, they love brewing. And like the Brewing Network, they love sharing their knowledge. Morebeer.com isn't just a website to place your next equipment or ingredient order. Morebeer.com also gives you access to free beer information that will make you a better brewer. Go to morebeer.com and click into the Learning Center. You'll find podcasts, technical facts, video tutorials, and more, including access to The Buzz, More Beer's social network of more than 5,000 members. And some of them might even be crazier about beer than you are. Get over to morebeer.com today and take advantage of The Buzz, the forum, the Learning Center, and make sure you're signed up to receive the newest More Beer catalog. More Beer, bringing you absolutely everything for beer making.
Hi, I'm Jamel Zanishev, and in addition to my work on the Brewing Network, I write the style profile column in every issue of Brew Your Own magazine.
Hi, I'm Sean Paxton, and when I'm not prepping for the Home Brewed Chef on the Brewing Network, you can find me writing articles on how to cook with your home brew for Brew Your Own magazine.
Greetings, cretins. This is John Palmer, and when I'm not writing for Brew Your Own, I'm reading it.
John Palmer, Sean Paxton, Jamil Zanishev. If you love listening to them on the Brewing Network, you'll love reading their articles, tips, and recipes in the pages of Brew Your Own magazine. Join Jamil, John, and Sean 8 times a year in Brew Your Own. And when you subscribe to BYO on the Brewing Network website, half of your subscription price goes right back to the BN to support great beer and food programming. So sign up for Brew Your Own magazine through the BN website today so you can listen and read your way to better homebrew.
Nico, listen, our lawyers said that we had to do this for 1 hour, and after this, we don't have to talk to each other for 3 more months to the next meeting.
Kids, come on, let's get out of here.
I'm supposed to have more lines, so I'm the professional. Hey, it's Sully.
And I'm Nico.
And we opened the 21st Amendment 9 years ago at 563 2nd Street in San Francisco, just 2 blocks from Giants Park, to make great beer and have a great time doing it.
That's right, because to us, the 21st Amendment is more than just the right to make beer. It's the right to experiment, to be innovative, and just do things differently. And so now, we're putting our craft beer in cans.
That's right, cans. You can find our world-famous Hell or High Watermelon Wheat Beer and Brew Free or Die IPA throughout California and Alaska.
And now it's also available on draft at select accounts in the Bay Area.
So next time you're at your local neighborhood pub or good beer store, be sure to ask for 21st Amendment in cans.
Because everyone likes it in the can.
Tasty crack cans.
Tasty crack can.
A vial of White Labs yeast is the key to your best beer. When you open a vial of White Labs yeast, you're giving your beer its best chance for a perfect fermentation. In addition to their already incredible variety of yeast, White Labs is proud to announce WLP 90, San Diego's super yeast, now available year-round. WLP 90 is super clean, super fast fermenting, with low esters and has a neutral flavor and aroma profile. It's alcohol tolerant and highly flocculent. For more of the latest White Labs news, click over to whitelabs.com, where you can read reviews of yeast, learn in the lab section, and join the customer club. And if you should find yourself in San Diego, White Labs has a brand new training facility for craft brewers and home brewers alike. whitelabs.com. Discover yeast, nutrients, enzymes, and more for commercial breweries, home brewers, and homebrew stores. White Labs. It's all in the vial.
Hi, I'm Jason Harris, the proud owner here at Keystone Homebrew Supply. We're thrilled to be entering our 20th year of supplying this great industry, and to show you, the Brewing Network Army, how much we appreciate your support, we're offering you 10% off your first order on our website, KeystoneHomebrew.com. Just use coupon code BNARMY at checkout, and I'll get your order out the same day. My goal at Keystone Homebrew Supply has always been to have a complete supply of everything a brewer could want. When you place your order online or when you come into our store, it's our goal to have everything on your list and more. One aspect of KeystoneHomebrew.com that we're really excited about is the ability to fulfill customers' exact grain bills. Do you hate to wait? Keystone Homebrew Supply can get your precious yeast and hops to you within just one day if you live between Connecticut and Virginia, and within 2 days east of the Mississippi. KeystoneHomebrew.com. Coupon code BNARMY. I'm Jason Harris, and I approve this message.
This is www.thebrewingnetwork.com.
Sit down next to it, grab yourself a paper towel, and watch those yeast have sex.
You're listening to the Brewing Network.
The Session. Brewing up our next batch of radio gold. Right now.
All right, welcome back to The Session. Thanks for hanging out with us. I forgot to mention that our limited edition ugly sweater shirt is available for today only. If you're not on Faceplant and you haven't seen that, then go check it out. You can find the link where, JP? www.cotisdesigns, Koits design.com/BNAC holiday. There you go. Or go to our Facebook page and you'll find the link right there. Tonight is the last chance you'll have to order it. It's a beautiful ugly sweater shirt.
Don't misel yourself.
Don't get miseled. It's like a sweater, but it's not a sweater. It's like you're being miseled just by wearing it.
It's terrible, but I want it.
They're pretty rad, right? They're available in red and green. You can get the T-shirt version or the long sleeve shirt version, and it's the BN Ugly Sweater. Go get it now, because as of by tomorrow, it will be gone. It's a limited run.
That's right. We're not printing these right now, so don't wait and go. Oh, I'll just pick it up in the store, in like 2 weeks when they're on sale, because it's not going to happen.
And I think they're going to start shipping this week, so you will get it in time for the holiday.
I'm hoping to wear it to our holiday party.
Oh yeah,
I'm hoping to get it in time for that.
That might happen. Yeah, be great. What if everybody shows up in them? That'd be great.
Are you right?
That also reminds me we're having a holiday party.
Wow.
December 22nd at Creek Monkey right here in downtown Martinez. It'll be our last show of the year. Matt Brynelson from Firestone Walker Brewing Company is coming up to do the show. He'll also come to the party. Bring your friends out. It's free admission. Beer and food will be available for purchase. And really, we just want to hang out with you guys. It's from 2:30 to 4:30 on Sunday, December 22nd, right here in lovely Martinez.
How much does it cost to get in?
At Creek Monkey. It's free to get in.
Shit.
And then, you just buy your beer and hang out with us.
Buy your beer, buy your food, and party.
With
an ugly sweater shirt.
Depending on how many people RSVP, I might do a little bit of food, like some appetizer type stuff for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, just come by from Creek Monkey and support our local and hang out with us. We just wanted to party with you guys for, the last time.
Yeah.
And JP's dying that night.
I am dying that. What?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Oh, I thought you knew because Taryn told me, and I just assumed.
I got to go.
Yeah, I mean,
and then afterwards, come on and hang out, watch us do the show, and party with us here.
That's right. You're welcome to come out to the studio, and we'll have beer on tap here as well, and you can hang out with Tasty.
I'll be here.
Yeah,
only Tasty.
All right,
the rest of you guys just be up in the studio. I'll work the floor down there.
There you go. We've got Dan Baumiller from Full Tilt Brewing Company on the line. Are you with us, Dan?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you great. Thanks for being on the show, brother.
Thanks for having us. This is awesome. I'm really excited. Listen to you guys as much as I can, so it was really cool to hear from you.
Oh, we're glad. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Baltimore, Maryland, huh?
That's right.
Balmo. How many other craft breweries in Baltimore?
We got a few. Heavy Seas has been around for a while, and then recently, Union popped up, and the Raven's been contract brewing for a few years, so not too many. Nothing like what you guys got out in San Fran, but
right.
We're getting there.
Okay. And are you a Maryland boy from the beginning?
Oh yeah, born and raised.
Okay, very nice. Full Tilt Brewing Company is the name, everybody. If you want to go check it out, you can go to fulltiltbrewing.com. You guys have a great website, a lot of information on there.
Yeah, thank you. One of our buddies has been helping us out with it, and he's been on tour. He's actually like a videographer. I think he might be out with Elton John or something. He hasn't been able to update it in a couple months, but he does a great job when he gets to it.
Nice. He's out partying with Elton John.
Well,
what song does Elton John
6 degrees.
That's right.
That's cold.
How long has Full Tilt been around?
Well, we brewed our first commercial batch December 6th of 2012, so we're basically just a year old commercially. And basically the company is Nick Fertig, who's my first cousin, and myself, and we're home brewers. We're still home brewers.
Okay.
We've been doing that since about 2008.
Got it. Who got you into home brewing?
We got ourselves into it, I guess. I mean, we're lucky enough to grow, turn 20 or 21, like right when, craft beer was very prevalent. So we just kept getting into trying new things, and just seemed like something cool to do, make your own beer.
Got it. What do you guys homebrew on? Do you have like a DIY system, or did you buy some fancy thing?
Well, when we started, we just bought something off of eBay. It was just like, your typical like plastic buckets, and we got our own stock pot and all that. But now we've upgraded to the plans for the system is called the Brutus 10. I think it's like alenuts.com. It has all the plans, or it's kind of like I think the More Beer Braumeisters, like similar type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, 15-gallon Blickman pots. Little product placement if you guys still do business with them.
Absolutely.
So it's a flat system. So the
it's
Brutus,
flat. It's pump operated.
Yeah, the Brutus 10 has been around in the kind of homebrewing forums and stuff for quite a long time. It's a home brewer.
We saw that YouTube video that they put out there, and as soon as we saw it, we're like, we have to have that. So we kind of just scraped together as much money as we could, and had a lot of friends weld some stuff together for us, and I don't know, it took over a year to get it finally operational, but it's been great. I mean, it's we design everything off of that, so it's pretty key.
So you use it as your pilot system now?
Yeah,
nice.
For sure. Yep.
Is there an advantage to pump over gravity fed?
Well, I never used gravity, but I don't think so. Maybe it's the pump's a little faster.
Yeah.
But
you can slow that
things
down.
Can break that way too.
Yeah, you can back that pump down too.
Why would you do it then? Why wouldn't you build a gravity fed system?
Space.
Well, that's a good question. That's just the plans that we saw, so that's what we went with.
It's because they just didn't, you asshole,
Yeah.
Scott. Leave them alone.
God,
well,
I'm just curious.
If it's a 3-tier, usually the plans that are out there, like they're pretty tall, and you got to get on a ladder. If it's 2 pumps, you don't have to reach up and look in the pod or get on a step stool or anything. It's just everything's eye level.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if I had a better answer to that question, I'd have given it to you.
I just gave you one. That's all right.
Yeah, use that from now on.
I also
what he said.
I also think it's cooler to use. Like, it's just more fun. You kind of feel like it's a pro brewery when you're pumping stuff back and
if
forth.
you have the space, I do like that design. It's pretty cool. That's what we used at the Matt Burleson video.
Yeah. Mine, so I have the
1500
that's not flat, right, as my regular system.
Yeah, you have a 3-tier.
And I could do gravity with it, but the you can't with the hot liquor. I still have to pump.
Right.
But then from the mash tun, it's pretty much gravity down into the kettle.
Correct.
And then I could go gravity from the kettle, but I pump it through a Therminator wort chiller, so I need the pump for that.
You could also go gangster.
Yeah, we use the same exact thing, the Therminator.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
How long you been using yours?
I think we finished that system up in 2010.
Okay.
And I mean, anybody that's started home brewing where you try to just sit your pot in ice, like that would take 3 hours or something like that. And then we use the wort chiller, but like the copper
immersion,
you just drop in immersion kit. But you always feel like that's dirty. I mean, I know there's ways to sanitize it, but just the Therminator seems so much more efficient too.
It's always weird when you put the chiller in, the immersion chiller in, and you hose it off and stuff, but it looks kind of gross.
Yeah.
And then when it comes out, it's super polished and shiny. So everything on it that was on it is now in your beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we said every time. It's like, oh, well, I thought it was clean, but now I know it's clean.
Now it's clearly it doesn't really affect it, because otherwise we would have noticed. But
maybe it does.
Still a psychological thing for me.
It gives it a delightful mineral-y quality.
Yeah, water hardness. You're already post-mash anyway, but
right.
Yeah, there you go.
So how many gallons is your system then? That homebrew?
Well, the pots are 15 gallon, but I don't think we never go higher than like a 10 gallon or 10 gallon target, like boil down. So we fill it up to like 12.75 gallons, and then it boils down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How many gallons are mine, JP? Like
you
14
have
right?
14 gallon kettles. Yeah. So you do a 10 gallon system.
Yeah. I have
pretty
to
much the same thing as us.
It is, okay. I have to fill my kettle nearly to the top of that 14 gallon in order to transfer about 12 gallons in order to end up with 10 gallons.
Yes.
Does that all sound right, or am I doing something wrong?
Those pots are too small for what you're doing.
Oh, they are.
You have a bigger ferment.
I should have a big. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Works great with using 2 carboys, but using 11, you want 11.5 gallons or so out of your kettle.
Okay.
You're not going to get it with a 14 gallon.
Yeah, I think you're right. How many? What kind of fermenter do you guys use at home?
Yeah, so that's the one thing that we are skimping on. We've never gone out and gotten our own like stainless conical fermenters or anything like that. So we're just using the same white plastic buckets that you guys are.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we do so many at a time when we're doing it. Like, we don't just brew one batch. It'll be like over a day or two, we'll brew 4 to 6 batches.
Wow.
And, so then we'd have to have 4 to 6 fermenters for those. So right now we're still in the old school buckets. We need to upgrade when we get some money.
Got it.
So give me some money.
So everybody buy some full tilt now.
You jerks.
Yep.
So how did you...
for like 2 or 3 more years.
How did you end up... pro? It sounds like you were homebrewing a whole bunch, and did you just decide to go pro? Did somebody talk you into it? What happened?
Well, so I've always been fascinated with owning my own business or working for myself. It's always been my dream. So, I mean, the first time I brewed a batch, I kind of thought, how cool would this be to be my job? So, all along, I'm reading all these industry books on, how people got their start, like the Sam Callione from Dogfish, and Brooklyn Brewing was a big influence on me, and so it was always the dream, and so we're brewing for all our friends. We're throwing huge parties. We'd make 10, 15 batches for an Oktoberfest party, and kind of getting our own grassroots following. And we're thinking, how do we start a business? And I mean, you think that the easier, less expensive way would be to start a brew pub or something like that, but we don't have a ton of restaurant experience, and the experience I have leads me to believe that I don't want to run a restaurant.
Right. You and me both.
Yeah, so I mean, hats off to the guys that start that way. But so we're sitting there. None of us have a rich uncle or anything like that. So we're thinking, what if we can find a close by contract agreement, to get our product out there while we can establish our product in the market. And then, when we go to the bank, we'll actually have a track record of sales projections. So we were looking for something like that. Apparently, it's pretty tough because most people, that you talk to, they're always at capacity. Craft beer is exploding, and no one has room for you.
Right.
So, so we run into, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Raven beer in Baltimore. He kind of goes with like an Edgar Allan Poe theme. Steven Demchek. And he's trying to get out and build his own facility. And he had some investors, and they're like, well, we're going to buy a huge spot that we can grow into. We'd love to have you come in with us from the ground floor to kind of help us pay our bills. Then you get out on your own, build your own thing. So that's how we got there. So that conversation happened in February 2012. So it was pretty quick. I thought it would be a year or two, and it was 10 months later, we're actually brewing.
Wow. Is Steve super depressed with his Raven-themed brewery? Seemed like a hard thing to be around all day.
Soaking his handkerchief in ether and just smelling it and walking around.
He seems like an English major type of guy. I don't know. I guess he's a biologist, but he's just an academic, loves Poe.
That's original.
Poe's I think he's buried in Baltimore, and so you see the Raven stuff everywhere. And I think he allegedly he wrote the Raven in Baltimore.
Nice.
So he just has a big following out here.
That's cool.
That Edgar Allan Poe film, I think it's called The Raven with John Cusack. It's really good, by the way.
Never saw it.
Yeah, it's really good. You should check it out. Have your buddy check it out.
They had a I don't know if John Cusack came out. Maybe he did. They had some kind of release party in Baltimore, and Steve had his product out for that. Like they had a whole thing in Baltimore for it. So that was a nice plug for him.
I'm sort of just being sarcastic, but usually beer is so even you guys started your company after partying a bunch, right? It's usually so uplifting. It just seems like a weird tie-in to be. And so we're going to start a brewery called The Raven. This seems so
with chain-smoking menthol cigarettes.
Look up his site, too, because his graphic is hilarious. It's that Poe image. It's even the logos, got dark and ominous.
I'm checking it out right now. Hang on, I'm getting here. Oh yeah, he's got Poe with a couple. All right, that's funny though. He's got Poe with a couple mugs in his hand, a couple pints.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that logo.
There's so many craft breweries out there. You have to take a different angle. Something strikes one person, differently than the other.
You know what? I take it all back. This is awesome. His logo's rad too, and I don't feel any more depressed now than I was 5 minutes ago.
No, it's pretty good.
Yeah, Steve's a great guy. Go out and buy his beer.
All right, you can go if anyone wants to check it out. I'm just over at ravenbeer.com. You can check it out. So he opens this place. He gets a big brewing facility, and I guess because he just opened, he's not at capacity, and now he brews your beer there as well.
Yeah, basically. I don't know exactly some of the business aspects of it, but I don't even think he's total majority owner of that place. There's some investors in there, so maybe to those guys we're just the same as him. But I think the plan is that he's going to stick around long term and try to, gain a larger share of the company.
So tell me about the difficulties of contract brewing. Here you go from home brewing, right? All your recipes, you have total control. It sounds like you brew quite a bit, so you were used to reproducing the same beer. And then you go to a big facility like that. How does the beer come out?
Well, it's funny. So what we'll do, I'll take you through the first batch that we ever made. Was cool. We call it Baltimore Pale Ale. It's 6.3% alcohol, American style pale ale. That it's it's pretty hoppy. It leans IPA, but we like our West Coast style beers. So that's our flagship. We're like, all right, well, we're going to design our flagship. That seems like a good one. And so we make tons and tons of batches of it. And then all the while, once they hired a master brewer, Ernie Egot he was formerly the master brewer of Heavy Seas and for 12 years. And before that, he was at San Miguel for something like 25 years. So, the guy knows his stuff. We take our batches to him and our recipes. We'd write them up on a whiteboard and, talk them through, and he'd taste them and say, he likes the German style lager. So he's just like, yeah, I think this is too hoppy, but this will sell. And, we're like, hey, we're kind of getting this out of this hop or, this out of this grain. What do you think? And, he has all the experience in the world, so he'll kind of give us some feedback on that.
Excellent.
But, one of the things was, we had our own yeast that we were using, Y Yeast Labs strain, and so we go over there. We're like, all right, are we going to be able to use our yeast? And we thought, the only restriction is maybe we couldn't use some kind of wild Belgian yeast or something that they might be afraid of, like infection.
Okay.
And so they're like, no, you're going to have to use our house yeast, which is and I'm blanking on it. It's Safale 5, I think.
Okay.
It's like just a standard American ale yeast. And we're kind of bummed. But then again, in a pale ale, the yeast isn't really on the forefront. So
why would they? I don't understand why it would be important to them if you're buying the yeast. Is there something I don't know, Tasty, about bringing in a standard new yeast? It's not some sort of...
No, if you're supplying the yeast, pitch time, whatever you pitch is what you got.
Well,
what do they tell you?
Well, the way that they cultivate it, our master brewer refuses to to keep it. I think longer than 10, 15 days or something. Yeah, maybe it's 20 days. But basically, the way it was explained to us is until we start brewing something like close to a beer 3 times a month, that it wouldn't be cost effective or even possible for us to do it because we'd have to brew up a little pilot batch, to
or get a yeast brink.
Propagate the yeast, yeah.
Or get a yeast brink.
There's other ways around it. Yeah. I mean, you're right. We could figure something out, but we want to kind of get out on our own and then just do our own thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what do you think about the USO5, the Safale?
It does what we want. I mean,
you used it in your home test batches.
So as soon as we found that out, yeah. So every batch we do going forward.
All right. So what do you think?
We use that, and then they have one. Basically, the lager version of that, Saf Lager 4, I think it is.
Sure.
It's basically the same thing, standard American lager yeast.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't done anything with lager yeast yet, but I mean, the goal now at home is we want to make everything in my garage with as many of the same brewing styles, methods, and as many of the same ingredients as is going to be done at the brewery because when you design something to be one way and even the slightest off taste, even if it's good, it could be an improvement. It drives me nuts. I know.
No, that's not what you design. That's very frustrating, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I mean, they always turn out a little bit different, but I mean, I guess we can keep adjusting as we go. Just kind of tweak them in the professional arena. I mean, a lot of these guys, like I know Ernie, when he designs a beer, he'll make so our system's 25 barrel brew house, and then they brew 3 times over 2 days to fill up 75 barrel fermenters.
Interesting.
So yeah, that goes up to that's like 1,000, 1,100 cases or 140, 150 kegs. So I mean, he'll just pull that out of his head and just brew it. And I mean, like, that scared the hell out of me.
Yeah,
that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, but a lot of these professional brewers say they've been doing it for 30 years. They know they know how to make a beer, and they're confident, and they do it. And then I guess they just adjust it further down the line. I mean, I can't imagine doing that at this point, but
right.
I mean, good for them.
Yeah, good for you, buddy.
Yeah, way to go.
Moscow, what's the beer that's in my glass now?
Well, conveniently, it's the Baltimore Pale Ale.
So this was the first style of beer that you brewed with them as well?
Yeah, that's right. We made that in December. It was draft only, and then once the bottling machine got up and running, we released bottles in April, and we've made by far the most of that. We've think something like 15 batches of that now.
Okay.
Has it been the same recipe the whole way? Is it the one in our bottle right now? Is it the same one as number one?
Well, since it's been professional, it's been the same exact recipe. I think the only thing that really changes is the hop crop freshness. Sometimes I'll taste it and it'll taste a little fresher. And I don't know. There's not that much I can do about that at this point in time.
Right.
But I will say, I mean, like when I was telling you about the design, how we had to change up the yeast. We were also. I mean, maybe we were wrongfully scared of this, but we had a little bit of Simcoe in there, and we kind of heard about that being like a proprietary hop, and we might want to watch out that we don't get squeezed out of that one. So we found a replacement. I mean,
what was your replacement?
What'd you say?
What was your replacement? What'd you use instead?
Well, I don't know how scientific it is, but we made it work. We used instead of the Simcoe placements. I've got to get my notes out here. I can forget a lot in a year. We used Columbus and Summit together to kind of get that, the same bitterness and flavor.
Yeah. Minus the cat piss. I think it was a good choice.
It's not Simcoe at all.
I'm partial to cat piss.
I heard a podcast where you said you hate Simcoe.
Although I've come around recently, because I've had some really good ones as of the last few that I've had. I think people just started getting good at using it is what happened.
Yeah, or the crop got better maybe.
Or I just beat my palate to death until I was like, I love cat piss.
I'm supposed to like this? I love it.
I love it.
Yeah. So what you take? I don't know if you guys started drinking it yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, you should aroma wise, you should pick up a huge dry hop aroma. We dry hop the hell out of that thing. It's like 200 pounds of Columbus in the tank.
Wow.
So it's a big aroma. I'll hold a glass of BPA up to. A big IPA, and a lot of times I'm picking up our pale ale aroma from much further. So
that's great.
If you like hops, this is the pale ale for you.
Yeah, but it's not bitter like an IPA, so I'd still call it a pale ale.
I'll take it. Yeah, West Coast style. So I mean, that's what you guys are used to out there.
Little bit of a spicy hop character to it, just a little bit.
It's got some nugget in it, according to the label.
Yeah,
that's the bittering hop.
Nice. So, Dan, what about 6.3% do you consider to be a pale ale? That's an IPA by my book.
I don't know. I mean, it's sure. I guess it's a little bit out of the BJCP standards. I don't know. It's American Strong Pale Ale, maybe.
Right. Out here, if you call your beer a pale ale and you put it up on a board, nobody's going to drink it because they'd rather have an IPA. So
although, if he called this a IPA tasty, I'd have said, well, it's not really
East Coast IPA.
It's an East Coast IPA. It's just not hop forward enough for us. But
you know the way I've answered that question most of the time is if you think that's an IPA, then wait until we do an IPA.
Gotcha. Nice.
Well, in the chat room, they're going, well, Tasty also thinks a brown ale is 9%. So
right. Yeah.
No, I mean I agree with him.
But, this is a balanced.
I don't know.
It's a balanced IPA.
That's the way we took it.
Right.
Okay. By the way, folks, if you go to fulltiltbrewing.com and you click on the brews, you guys list a lot of the information right there with the beer. All the grains that are used are there, and the percentages, the IBUs, each hops used.
Well, you can get around, the pale ale. It's a Baltimore pale ale.
There you go.
So it's not American pale ale.
It's another style altogether.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's not a pale ale. It's a Baltimore pale ale.
But don't start getting in the Cascadian dark territory like those freaks did.
Right.
Yeah, we just pour the water straight out of the harbor and boil with that.
Perfect. Sometimes you have to remove the body parts.
Don't even boil it. It's a wild ale.
Now, did you have a following before you started brewing? Because I would be nervous about brewing that much beer and not having, just starting up, I guess. I'd just be nervous about starting up. How do you let people know? How do you let people know about it?
That was my first concern, honestly. That was the thing I was worried about. I think the laws, I don't know how it is across the country, but here we can't self-distribute. Okay. So one of the things that I wanted to do was before we ever made anything, I wanted to find a distributor that was willing to buy this much of that beer. I wasn't going to make a certain amount and then somebody just say, "Oh, well, I don't want that much. Nobody knows who you guys are."
Right.
So, and then the other thing is like, there's just so many with the contract thing. It does complicate things. Like, so I mean, imagine you got a fermenter. They need to have it full. So when we were starting, we're thinking, oh, maybe we just fill it up a third or a half. And they're like, no, if you're going to be using a fermenter, you got to fill it up all the way.
Okay.
So, that's intimidating. So the batch, BPA yields about 135 kegs or a little over 1,000 cases.
Wow.
So, we find our distributor. They're Maryland's not a huge state, but they're statewide. And we told them how much we were going to make. And they didn't blink. They said, okay, hopefully it's good and we'll keep buying it. But, yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay.
So, yeah, but as far as a following, we had a following as far as our friends and, a couple hundred people showing up at a party. But,
right.
Not what you would think for 1,000 cases.
Well, that's a good way to do it because that's a lot of kegs to keep in your living room if you don't have a distributor. It'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, it'd be terrible to watch TV at 50 degrees.
Yeah,
that's right.
All right, we got to take a quick break, and we've got some more of your beer to try.
Yeah.
There's some. Okay. What do I have? Like some kind of a cookie beer going on, Moscow?
Let the Burger Cookie Chocolate Stout. Let that thing warm up because you're not going to taste the chocolate enough if it's you're drinking it at 34 degrees. I assume that you're not, but
okay,
just throwing it out there.
All right, we'll do that. We'll come right back with Full Tilt Brewing Company. If you've got questions, hit the chat button, and Bevo will get them over to me, or call 888-401-BEER. We'll be right back. It's The Session.
Listening to the Brewcasters. On the Brewing Network.
We're back. The Fast Rack guys. Hope you had a chance to check out our new website, thefastrack.ca, to see the new version for wine and 22-ounce bomber bottles.
I know you just heard us on a recent episode, but we've decided to spend 7 precious minutes with you before the holidays. This is 2 of 7.
So we met some of you guys down at NHC last year, and we had a blast.
It was the best weekend of the year for beer drinking.
Man, it was good.
Since then, nothing's compared.
So I took a trip to Toronto Brewing here in our hometown, Toronto, and picked up some more brewing equipment.
I brewed back at university in my dorm room. My buddies called it Binkley's Brewery, but it's been years since I've brewed.
And now we're brewing right here in the middle of the Fast Rack office.
A couple weeks away from our debut batch, and we can't wait.
And hopefully you guys had a chance to check out Fast Rack Wine and Bomber at our website and where you can pick some up through our retailers.
At thefastrack.ca. Happy fast racking and see you soon.
That's it. I've had it. I am never putting hops in my beer again.
What? Why?
It's just too ridiculous. Insane prices, stupid contracts, high shipping costs, crappy selection.
Dude, you need Nico Brew.
Nico Brew will rock your f***ing face right the f*** off your f***ing skull. $5 shipping to all 50 states. Plus fantastic international rates get you low prices on Nico Brew's great selection of hops and more. Whether you're a home brewer, a pro brewer, or a homebrew shop owner, Nico Brew can get you the hops you need in increments big and small. Single orders, spot buys, or full contracts. And there's only one place to join the uber special secret elite bare bones club where you'll get the best deals anywhere.
Holy shit!
NicoBrew.com. NIKOBREW. Nico Brew, your bare bones buddy in the brewing business.
BN Army, I'm here to talk seriously for a second. You all are partially responsible for something explosive, and it's time you answer for it.
Moonlight Meadery is exploding.
Yeah, exploding across the country. Wait, they just landed in Australia with insane quality meads.
With nearly 70 different varieties of mead on the market, Moonlight Meadery has blown up the mead category and completely reinvented it.
Seriously?
What?
Seriously?
What?
You're paying money for that watered-down mead when you could have a Moonlight mead?
Moonlight meads explode with quality and flavor.
They're a party in a bottle. Did someone say party?
If you want mead and want the best, you want meads from Moonlight Meadery and will accept nothing less.
Be a part of the BN Mead explosion and ask for, demand Moonlight Meads at your favorite bottle shop.
Moonlight Meads. Girly names, manly meads.
Hey, sign me up for that party.
Hey, my brewing brothers and sisters. This is Jamel Zanishev, and I want to tell you about my favorite heretic beer, Shallow Grave Porter. I love the rich, malty character of this beer. While full and rich, Shallow Grave has an easy drinking finish that isn't too sweet. I've always loved my homebrew porter recipe, so when it's time to brew Heretic Shallow Grave, I started with that in mind. But I tweaked it with all my latest recipe ideas. Just like in homebrewing, I made sure we used only the finest malts that would produce the ideal flavor for this beer. We used select British malts to get the rich chocolate and caramel flavors, and we spared no expense. The result is a beer as dark as a moonless night, with hints of vanilla, coffee, and chocolate. Perfect for a cool evening out in the woods. Cheers.
All right, BN Army, it's trivia time. What's the only homebrew shop with over 1,000 recipe kits, $4.99 shipping on orders over $100, and is also home of the Wolf Shirt? The one and only answer is Austin Homebrew Supply. For over 20 years, they've specialized in creating recipes such as the best-selling Texas Blonde Ale, Apocalypso, Hop Bomb 2.0, and Double Chocolate Stout. And they just recently unveiled their small grain kits that produce 1 gallon of beer. Visit AustinHomebrew.com to browse their extensive catalog of equipment and ingredients. They also have mini clone recipes of your favorite commercial beers. They're the exclusive retailer of BrewVent yeast fuel as well, Yeast Nutrient, and the all-new Bodybuilder. Follow Austin Homebrew Supply on Google Plus to participate in video hangouts on popular brewing topics. So visit AustinHomebrew.com today and make sure you sign up for their weekly email with news and specials. Austin Homebrew Supply, AustinHomebrew.com.
What's funny is brewers will say, yeah, I don't brew to style. I'm brewing my own beer. And it's like a German Pilsner, but it's black. Yeah, it's a sports beer. You know?
The home of live beer radio.
TheBrewingNetwork.com.
Because like beer,
radio shouldn't suck. You're listening to The
Session.
Tuned into this session.
Because life's too short to listen to crappy radio.
Welcome back to the session. Thanks for hanging out with us. 888-401-BEER if you've got a question of our guests or anything else. You could also hit the chat button on the homepage, and Bevo's in there taking your questions. Real quick, I want to let you know about Beersmith brewing software. If you're looking for a way to gather information and recipes and take inventory of what you've got, you can go over to beersmith.com and get a free 21-day trial. I think that Brad is even releasing a new and updated version here soon.
Oh, wow.
The man is always working on that software, and it's a great piece of software. It works on both Mac and Windows. Does anybody still have Windows? Does anybody still buy Windows computers?
Yeah.
I do.
I have 2 in my house.
Did you buy them recently?
One I did, yeah, but it's my entertainment center, my media center. The other one doesn't work now due to porn viruses.
Due to being a Windows machine.
Yeah.
Gross.
Just curious. I have Windows machines here too, but I don't buy. I don't know. Anyway.
I honestly find them a lot easier to use than Macs. Macs are not intuitive.
Remember when you weren't such a prissy, snobby
Honestly.
Actually,
bitch?
I'm more concerned about Windows 8, though. Who knows how to use that?
I don't even know what that means.
It's the new Windows, and you can't use it.
They tried to make it overly complex because they're trying to emulate Apple, and the whole benefit of the PC is that they're not
Apple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And apples are actually really easy to use.
I thought the benefit of a PC was that they barely work, so you don't have to work all that often.
Right, and then they crap out after 2 years. You're like, hey, I can't come to work.
Anyway, Beersmith works on both.
Okay.
So go get your free 21-day trial of the Beersmith brewing software. We use it here at the Brewing Network.
Version 2.2 was released about a week or so ago.
Oh, well, see, there you go. It's already out.
Look at Bevo already up on them.
BT dubs.
Bevo. Bevo, you're getting a raise tonight.
Yes!
Yeah.
Can you double it?
Yeah, in this region.
Triple it.
Triple. All right. Back to our guest. We got Dan Baumiller from Full Tilt Brewing Company on the line with us. You still with us, Dan?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Dan, do you have like another job too, or are you just full-time Full Tilt now?
No, I wish. Both my partner and I work full-time otherwise, and then we probably put in 40, 50 hours, probably more in full tilt.
Wow.
So pretty much don't sleep.
What's your other gig right now?
So I'm a contract specialist for the Navy. Basically, I buy things.
Okay.
And then Nick was a nuclear engineer in the Navy, so he was active duty out of high school. And now he works at a power plant. Actually, he's there right now. Hopefully, they give him bandwidth to listen.
Like, is he like the Homer Simpson guy at the nuclear power plant?
You mean Homer Simpson?
Yeah.
Well, he has a degree to be, but there's no nuclear plants in Baltimore, so he's actually in a coal power one.
Oh, I see.
You have to go out in the sticks to get a nuclear job, and I guess he wasn't willing to do that. But other than that, he's Homer Simpson, yeah.
If we went live to him, would there be a klaxon going,
yes,
meltdown imminent?
It sounds like he's too smart to be hanging out brewing beer with you.
You haven't met him yet.
Oh, is that? I see. So it's just a title then, this nuclear engineer stuff.
No, he's smart. I mean, he worked really hard to get that degree, so
right.
I guess you can do anything if you put your mind to it.
He's not on here. You could say whatever you want, you know. Who's the better brewer, you or Nick?
With technical skills, he is. As far as when he's running that machine, I mean, he's working the pumps and everything, and he'll understand that stuff a lot more than me. If something breaks or something's not working, I don't know what I'm doing. But I mean, our real skill is basically our palate, or and our recipe design. So it doesn't really make a difference there.
Right.
We just kind of work together.
He's going to be a great guy to have around when you do have your own commercial brewery, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's used to working around all these chemicals, and he'll know what he's doing a lot more than me working in an actual facility.
Excellent.
Yep.
So I think what beer do I have in my glass? A pumpkin?
Yeah, it's a pumpkin beer.
Tell us about this beer, Dan.
Okay, yeah, that's Patterson Pumpkin, our Imperial Pumpkin Ale. So basically, we kind of, the way we started, like, the pumpkin was always a huge hit at our home brewing parties, so we've kind of made everything that was just a big deal with all of our friends. We honed those recipes a lot more.
Nice.
So Patterson Pumpkin, it's 9%. So I mean, it packs a punch.
Yeah.
It's a balanced pumpkin beer, and by balance I mean hopped. Like, it's 48 IBUs, which is as much as some IPAs. So basically, the plan there was to make a balanced, good imperial beer. Oh, and by the way, we throw in pumpkin and pumpkin spices. So I mean, some people that are looking for the Blue Moon pumpkin that's just real sweet, will be like, this sucks,
right?
But this is one that you'll want to keep drinking. I love it.
Yeah, I like this better with a little hop character in it.
I do like it. Yeah.
Because you've got a lot of spice.
That was convincing, JP.
You've got a lot.
You're trying to sell a room full of people who don't dig the spice so much. This is spicy, but it's not. I mean,
I think the hops help with all that
it does
spice.
a lot.
They do. It kind of gives it a citrus, almost a citrus take on it, like a candied, pumpkin kind of flavor. I'm balling my fist up like a thing.
Well, I think you get a lot more spice aroma than you do actually, in your mouth. But yeah, I mean, everyone has their own preferences. I guess it could be too spicy for some people.
I think it's pleasant.
I don't think it is too spicy. I would think that if it has a lot of things going for it that make it not too spicy. For one, that 9% kind of cuts through it a little bit. Mm-hmm. And definitely the hop character. You're right about it kind of having a citrusy character because of that. I think that helps. I think without those things, it would be too spicy, but this is nice because of it.
Is it hard to match hops up with spices, to make sure they complement one another?
I wish I could give you, a technical answer for that. We just kind of play around. Sometimes, even like some of our different grains, somebody be like, "Well, this one tastes like it. It's more cinnamon-y," and we'll be like, "Well, we use the same exact amount." And it's like some of the grains will hide things more.
Interesting.
So yeah, I don't know enough to give you like a book answer, but I definitely find that's the case.
And this isn't designed as a seasonal beer for you. This is in your regular lineup.
No, it's seasonal.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, we're done with that for the year because you get pretty much a couple weeks into October and no liquor store will buy it anymore.
I see.
They're just ready to get rid of everything that they have. I mean, I'll keep drinking until I run out, but I mean, I'd argue that it's a little more than that, but it wouldn't sell well.
I'm looking at the grains used. You got a little 2-row, some dark Munich, some red wheat. What is red wheat?
It's basically, it's more like a Carapils. It's kind of similar.
I see.
I think we get like a little bit of a little bit of coloring out of it, but it's basically something for the watering tank.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot like Carapils, mouthfeel, and it keeps the grains from gunking up in there.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys filter your beers over there?
Yeah, So the pale ale is 100% filtered. This pumpkin was only like a third filtered. So I mean, every now and again you'll see a little sediment at the end of the bottle, like just the tiniest amount. But I mean, we don't want to lose a lot of the wheat characteristics.
Is that why you only filter a third of it instead of not doing it all or doing it all the way?
Exactly. You get the yeast and some of the trub out of there, and then then it's unfiltered.
That's interesting. I'd never heard of partial filtering. It seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
It's an Ernie thing. It's our master brewer. I mean, we in our test batches we don't filter at all.
Right.
So I mean that'll change how our beers turn out a little bit, but I mean we think we're able to settle them out enough. But yeah, that's definitely something. That's an Ernie thing, and he stands by it. He's been doing it forever, so we trust him.
Sure.
Just to get the rough bits out.
What'd you say?
Just to get the rough bits out.
Big chunks.
Basically.
Yeah. It is interesting.
So one thing I'll ask what you guys think about this. For next year, we're kind of, because one of the main criticisms we get of this beer is they'll say it comes off a little too hot, from the brown sugar fermented. And we're kind of deciding what to do, whether we, bump it down to like 8.5% alcohol next year and just drop down the sugar a little bit, or maybe we build up the grain bill to kind of compensate.
On this pumpkin beer you're talking about.
Yeah, I was curious what you guys thought.
I didn't find it hot at all.
No, not at all.
Not even in the slightest.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, sometimes I think it depends on what you ate for dinner and on all kinds of things. Because sometimes I'll taste it and I'll only thing I get out of the brown sugar is like some sweetness, which is exactly what you're going for.
Okay.
But then other times, I'll taste a little bit of heat. But I like that anyway. So I mean, we're leaning towards not touching it for next year. But
there's a couple reasons to leave it at 9%. Even if it did have a little heat, which I didn't taste, I don't think it would be bad. I think it would have been a positive flavor. The other reason is a bunch of chicks drink pumpkin beer, so keep it up there. You know what I'm saying? A little 9% panty dropper, JP?
Especially because well, first of all, I don't wear panties, but
right.
It doesn't taste like it's 9%. It hides it very well. It's nicely done. I don't think you need to change it at all.
9%.
I just specifically went and asked Scott for a glass of this.
Aha.
Panty dropper.
See?
Legging dropper. She's wearing leggings.
She won't be wearing mom jeans in 5 minutes.
Rude. I'm not wearing mom jeans now.
Mom jean dropper.
But it was so predictable, too. I was already on my way back with her glass. I was like, I know Bevo's going to want this. Right. And then she's going to want this cookie one we're about to have.
And then I asked about the cookie one after the pumpkin one.
If you listen quietly, you can hear the snap of elastic as her pants come off.
Bevo's like, we have cookies? Where are the cookies? I heard you say cookie.
I have 2 pair of pants on. The first ones are jeans, but I can take the first pair off because the second ones are stretchy, so I can just grow into them.
Jesus.
Do I have this cookie beer in my glass now?
Yes, you do.
What is this beer, Dan?
Okay, so you have the Burger Cookie Chocolate Stout in front of you. What you don't have is the actual Burger Cookie.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I mean, I could have been the one that sent it myself, so I can't throw Nick under the bus too much, but he just forgot because I'm guessing you guys have not had them.
No, what's a burger? Burger like cheeseburger?
No, it's Burger like the German last name.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically like a German immigrant came to Baltimore in like 1840, I think, and they've been making the same recipe since.
Sounds racist.
Since like 70 or 71, the Balfray families owned that recipe, and they make it under Burger's name. So basically, in Baltimore, that cookie is just everywhere. In all the grocery stores. I grew up with it. My mom would bring it to family parties.
What is it?
And I'll describe it for you. It's basically just a shortbread cookie with just real rich fudge chocolate on top. And so, I mean, it's not real complicated. You're like, what's the big deal about that? But I mean, the fudge is really good. And just, people love local. It's the only cookie I know of made in Baltimore, and so people go nuts for it.
I want that.
You just gave JP a cookie boner.
Kind of did.
Sounds good.
I like cookies.
All right, so what did you do recipe-wise to emulate this cookie?
Okay,
Throw a bunch of these cookies in?
We've been making a chocolate stout for a while. That was one of our fan favorites. Back in the home brewing days. In fact, Nick's recipe one time won a home brewing contest, and I think he got $1,000 off of that. So that was pretty sweet.
Nice.
So yeah, we kind of use that as just a base. So it's a milk stout. But then where does the cookie come in? So we tried it. So we had this idea. Yeah, we're gonna make this burger beer. How do you do it? So we just started doing little test pilots. Some of it was even like just extract back on the stove, just to save us a little time. And we try to throw the whole cookie in or just the fudge, and we do it, in the mash or at the end of the boil or in the secondary fermenter. And it seemed like at the end of the boil was working out best for us. It was easier to deal with for one, but you seem to get more of the flavor came out better. You got a perceived cookie aroma, so we went with that one. But all the while, you'll see on the label we use Burger's like logo and everything. So we called those guys. That was one of the first things we did. We called them to to make sure that they were good with it. And turns out that the owner's son is a home brewer, and he loves craft beer. So he was all about it. He was just like, yeah, you can do it, but that beer better not suck.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So he's like, I want to taste your test batches along the way. So instead of going to the master brewer, that we'd normally do, we'd go to Charles, and we'd say, hey, which of these 3 batches do you like? And he'd be like, I get the cookie more out of this. And we'd hope it was something, one of the easier methods. And it ended up being at the end of the boil. We use, if you guys want to think about it in homebrew batches, like for a 5-gallon batch, we use a half pound of the raw fudge. We get that direct from the source. And then we throw in 2 cookies, almost just to do it. But, people swear they get a little aroma off of it.
Yeah.
So we throw that in at the end of the boil, too.
And the fudge also goes in at the end of the boil?
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
The fudge itself, they add, so we just use it direct from the source. I think they add a lot of sugar in before it becomes a cookie. So, this beer's not as sweet as the cookie, and I think that's a good thing, because we wouldn't be able to sell much of it. You'd have one and be like, okay, on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So it's a good milk chocolate stout, and as it goes down, you can taste some of that burger fudge. But some of the other things we do to, make it taste and smell like a cookie, we use lactose at the end of the boil too. So you get a little of that creaminess, a little of that milk sweetness, and we use cocoa nibs in the secondary fermenter, and then we use a little vanilla extract post filtration, just like in the bright tank right before we bottle. Mm-hmm. So the vanilla kind of cools. The purpose of that, it cools off like some of like the coffee bitterness that you get out of some of these darker grains, like the Breeze chocolate malt and chocolate wheat. Mm-hmm. So it just kind of blends that together a little bit.
It's a good beer.
It's really good.
I would buy a lot of this in Baltimore.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a really
maybe
nice
a little
beer.
Toasted oats in there would be real nice too. Oh man.
What's the percent ABV on this?
Okay, so this one's just 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. The one that you added a lot of sugar to, fudge anyway, is the lower alcohol.
Yeah, it doesn't have that brown sugar in there. We could have. We could have went 9. And I don't know. We kind of wanted to make one that everyone could drink. And you make 9, people get sloppy
right
drinking that. So you can't have every single beer like that when you're starting off.
Yeah.
But I talk. Like I can't oversell how crazy people went over this when we were doing it. Like we started just saying on Twitter or Facebook, like, hey, we're going to do this. And people were just losing their shit. And like at our release party, there was a solid line of like 50 to 100 people for 3 hours.
Wow.
Looking out there, I'm like, for us, I couldn't believe it. But
it's not for you. It's for the cookie. Let's be honest.
It's for the bathroom behind you.
You're right. But I
That's
mean,
awesome, though.
Full Tilt gets to hitch their wagon to it. I mean, normally, when we sell one batch of a new beer, we'll sell most of it out in like 2-3 weeks. But this beer has sold out of the warehouse and then out of the liquor stores in just hours. Like our second batch hit the distributor warehouse. They said it was gone and accounted for in like 3 or 4 hours. And then I'll hear stories that your local craft shop will get it. Everyone's got it pre-ordered up to like 20 cases, and it's gone. Within 2-3 hours, it's out of there.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been quite the boom for us. I hope that it lives up to the hype. The more attention you get, the more criticism you get. People are like, "Oh, this could be sweeter." It doesn't taste exactly like a cookie, but it's also a beer.
Everybody has a stupid opinion. Everybody.
I do totally want to eat a bowl of vanilla ice cream right now as I eat this.
Yeah.
JP pointed out that that's not really different from any other time, which I'll admit is a good point.
Boy, I like this movie. I could go for some ice cream.
I don't know.
I sure love breathing. You know what I could use?
Hey, Dan, was there anybody in the Burger family who was not down with this idea, like some straight edger or something like that?
Straight edger.
If they were, they didn't tell us.
Right.
But I'll say, like, they showed up at the release with like their burger truck parked outside of the place, and they were like throwing T-shirts to people in line and like passing out cookies. The cookies are going on the side of the glass as garnish. It was awesome. So
that is awesome.
We were on the news like 3 or 4 times, local news 3 or 4 times leading up, and the owners came on with us. So, I think it brings notoriety to them. We're sitting here talking about them right now. So
absolutely,
we get something good out of it.
There's a few guys in the chat room who went to this release party.
Oh yeah,
and they said it was crazy.
That's
cool. He said it was nuts.
Yeah. So more to what Bevo was saying, like the dessert. We were downtown yesterday, and there was like an eggnog contest with some of the bars in Fells Point, and that one big craft beer bar, Max's. They did they called it kegnog, and they did like crushed up burger cookies, bar beer, and eggnog, and that was a big hit. And then we went to another place, Alewife, and they did a burger cookie hot chocolate with blended up cookies, our beer. They had like Mexican chocolate, rum. It was phenomenal. I don't even drink hot chocolate, but it was like the best thing I've ever tasted.
Once again, I want that.
Yeah, I should have sent that in the box, a hot chocolate.
Yeah, Bevo's never going to visit Full Tilt now.
Unless you have hot chocolate.
I'll have to buy 2 airplane tickets.
Just for the way back.
Yeah.
You guys fly me out there. I'll bring it out there. San Fran's a great town.
There you go.
Well, we're in Martinez, so...
yeah. Be careful what you wish for, Dan.
Is it off the BART, I assume?
Yeah.
All right.
This is a great beer for 2 reasons. For one, you found a local thing to make use of, and it's a local legend. But you also made a great beer out of it. The beer's really good. It's like a double home run right there.
Yeah, it's awesome. I hope it keeps us on the up and up, and we're able to do this longer and open up our own spot. And I can't wait. It was a great idea.
Yeah. So this one won't be a seasonal. This one will be in your regular lineup, or what?
Yeah, that's the plan right now. It just depends. Back to the contract thing. We don't rule or run the schedule. So if they're like, hey, you're only getting 3 brews this month, that's all we get. So we don't want to just become the burger brewers either.
Right.
So, maybe in the spring or summer, we might have to cut it off to brew some other stuff. But, as soon as we get capacity up, we probably make it year round. You might not drink as much in July or August when it's 100 out here. But, I think it's a year-round beer.
I don't know. A whole batch sells out in 20 minutes. I'll become the burger brewers.
Yeah, I would go ahead and make it all year round.
Then they pull the rug out from under us and say, we don't want you doing it anymore. We sold it to, Sam Adams or something, and now you're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that people complained about it.
Another interesting thing with this is what's it? I'm trying to. The government's trying to make a trans fat ban. Going into 2014.
I love that idea.
What? That doesn't sound like the government I know.
Bevo doesn't like that idea.
They know best for you.
Right.
So anyway, they have margarine and trans fats in the fudge. So there's some mass hysteria and what's going to happen.
Oh no!
You know, I guess I worry about the burger guys a little bit, but I'm sure they'll adjust, and we'll just adjust exactly as they do. Whatever fudge they switch to, that's what we're going to do.
I would like a non-GMO burger cookie, please.
Is this free-range organic fudge? Because I only ate free-range organic fudge.
Was this produced in a sustainable fashion?
Is it fair trade?
It's a fair trade cookie.
Oh, man.
It's a good beer.
Who else can we offend right now?
Let's offend the people that complained about it.
Do the Oompa
Nobody
Loompas
in
get
the
time off?
history of the world before Dan and Nick had thought of making a burger cookie beer. He invented the beer. He gave the city of Baltimore something that they love, but better, because it's a beer. And then they go,
right.
It's not cookie enough. It doesn't taste like a cookie.
It could be sweeter.
It could be sweeter. Fuck you.
It could be drier and sweeter.
Make your next batch called Fuck You.
It could be dweeter.
I want to a lot of times when I read some of the the reviews, but I mean most of them are good, but
right,
try to not read that stuff.
There's always that guy. It's usually
right.
JP, by the way.
Yeah, how many years does it take to read somebody saying that you suck before you get over it?
Oh, listen,
it takes longer than 8 years. I'll tell you that right
now. You actually just have to learn to have like a sick like about it. Like you start to enjoy it. Like, you start to enjoy the new ways that people say that you suck. That's
I do have, like, a treasure trove of screenshots on my phone of, like, the worst things people have said about my beer.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it's hilarious. They're like, if this is, like, the pumpkin beer that you just drank, they're like, if this is the last beer, drink water, dump it down the drain. I'm just like, Jesus, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. You start to respect the creativity after a little. And the amount of hate that one person can hold.
Yeah, but, I mean, most of the feedback is positive, so it's not like I'm super bitter or anything like that.
No, and you know what? You have no reason to be. This beer's really awesome. I think you did, and kudos to the brewery for pulling it off the recipe that you gave them too.
Yeah, those guys are great. I mean, they know exactly what they're doing. They're well trained. I mean, we're gonna have to hire somebody like that when we get started. I mean, we can design recipes, but we're not scientists. I haven't been to school in Germany yet.
Right.
If I ever get there.
Just go there to drink. Forget about the school.
Well, yeah, you can stay in America and learn the same thing. It's fine.
Do they put
Germany's
cookies in at the professional brewery? Do they dump a bag of cookies in the boil there?
In Weinschiffern?
Well, so, I mean, they take this, like, huge plastic bag of fudge, and they have, like, a hell of a time scraping it out. I feel bad for them. They probably hate us.
Right.
But, so they get that out of there, and then we take some of their reject cookies from the bakery, basically like the shortbread that just didn't fit the mold or crumbled, and we just dump a bucket of that in there, and I mean, that's the easiest part.
There's no way I can taste it, but I taste shortbread. And there's no way I can taste that, right? But I taste it.
To me, it tastes like toasted oats.
Okay.
That's why I brought it up. I don't know why that is, but I'm assuming there's nothing in it.
A lot of people said that we should have just used toasted oats.
No,
and I'm
use
like,
the cookie, dude.
but that kind of defeats the purpose. And also, like, these guys wanted us to use their stuff, so we could say, we could both say, yeah, we used the actual cookie.
Yeah, use the cookie. That's a terrible.
Yeah.
Whoever thought of that idea needs to be hung.
How many pounds of cookies do you use per barrel?
8 cookies.
You're going to make me do some math, but like I said, it was like
what do you think?
About a half pound per 5 gallons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Half pound of cookies or a half pound of fudge?
Yeah.
Yeah, half pound of fudge.
A half pound of fudge and two shortbread cookies.
2 cookies.
Mm-hmm.
And a punch.
Yeah, so like on our first batch, just the way that the fermenters were set up, and we were like kind of borrowing the bright tank for something else. We had no idea how much beer we yielded, so we had to like guess on how much vanilla to add. And like when we did the test batches and we used vanilla, if you use too much, it tastes like vanilla Coke, and it's disgusting. It's just awful.
That's scary.
So we're like, we have to guess low, and so the first batch like came off like a little more of a coffee stout, than we like. So, that made me nervous. But batch 2, we adjusted back to what we were getting. And so I'll take batch 1 and batch 2 to somebody, and literally the only difference is a little extra vanilla. And they'll taste batch 2, and they'll be like, this one tastes more chocolatey. Like, I can definitely taste the cookie, and I can taste the chocolate more in this. I don't know what the reason is, but if they think so, then that's good, because that's how we made it.
Right. Well, keep up the good work. This beer's rad. This is going to make you guys a huge success right here.
You're going to be famous from this.
Yes, good. Make it 9% next time.
Mark my words.
Hopefully it makes us famous enough that someone will give us a huge loan and we'll buy a sweet spot downtown that people will actually want to walk up to, and we're able to quit our jobs and do what we love.
Just make sure you put it next to a spot that already brews beer.
Yeah. When you do a release now, is it at the Raven Brewery?
It's wherever I want.
The contract brewery is called Peabody Heights, but
okay.
no, we don't really do too much there. It's in an okay part of town. We don't own it. Like, I don't know. They don't seem like they want to deal with it too much. So we do our events at different bars. Like, the burger release party, like we held it at Admiral's Cup. And they're not too big, but they've kept us on since day one. And ever since we've had 2 or 3 beers, they keep 2 or 3 taps on.
Nice.
So, we offer it to the people that are loyal to us.
That's the way.
We'll just keep bouncing around like that until we have our own spot.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, folks, go check them out. It's Full Tilt Brewing, and you can go to fulltiltbrewing.com, and you can see a list of their beers there. You can find out where to find a Full Tilt beer. You can learn all about the company over at fulltiltbrewing.com. Dan, thanks for being on the show with us, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hey guys, thanks so much for having me. I can't say enough. I was shocked when you guys wanted to talk to me because I still listen to learn things. But it's an awesome opportunity, and I hope I shared something about going from home brewing to pro that people want to hear.
Absolutely, you've got a great story, and I wish you nothing but luck. All the beer we had tonight was really good, Nick. So you guys are going to be fine.
This is Dan.
Really good.
That's okay.
It's good stuff. So keep it up, man.
Thanks a lot, guys.
And tell Nick not to burn down that plant or anything. Like, he's not sleeping at all. He's brewing all the time, and he's showing up to work all red-eyed.
Yeah.
Baltimore's going to...
Yeah, I don't know how he does it.
All right, keep up the good work, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. There you go.
You can also go underneath our live stream page, our live stream feed. There's a bunch of photos from their home brewing days, so check those out, too.
All up on the live stream page. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we've got some beer news to do. I got feedback to do. We've got another Home Brewer of the Week segment, so you get to meet some of your BN Army folks, and a happy hour brewing disaster. Hang in there. It's The Session. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Brewcasters on the Brewing Network. Williams Brewing is your online resource for prompt delivery of quality home brewing supplies. Since 1979, Williams Brewing has offered the finest equipment and the freshest ingredients, backed by the best customer service in the business. New items include the Big Oxygen Kit for economical wort aeration using common welding oxygen tanks, and the Unistat line of external thermostats for easy control of both electric heaters and refrigerators. In addition, they've just mashed their new oatmeal stout malt extract, so you can make those tasty winter oatmeal stouts and porters without mashing. Go to williamsbrewing.com today and browse their vast selection. That's williamsbrewing.com. Orders placed by 4 p.m. Pacific Time weekdays, shipped the same day. Brewing is easy. The Williams way.
Downtown Joe's, where everyone is welcome, especially if you like drinking and tasting beer. Head brewer Colin Kaminsky's favorite beers are the Tantric IPA and the Double Secret Probation IPA. But you'll have loads of others to choose from when you redeem your exclusive Brewing Network savings. Downtown Joe's is the best brewery destination and the hottest night spot in Napa. Colin invites all homebrewers and fans of craft beer to stop by and enjoy the great food and beer. Whether you're in the mood for riverside dining, live music, or just hanging out at the bar to meet a person of the opposite sex or a person of the same sex, Downtown Joe's has exactly what you're looking for. And now just mention the Brewing Network to receive $1 off your beer at Downtown Joe's. That's right, take $1 off every one of their great selection of craft beers, including the Lazy Summer Wheat, Golden Thistle Porter, and the Triple Dog Dare You. Come to Downtown Joe's and enjoy the laid-back atmosphere of Napa's best brew pub. Visit downtownjoes.com right now for current beers, the live music schedule, or to drool over their delicious menu items. Downtown Joe's, your neighborhood brew pub where everyone is welcome.
This is a public service announcement.
Hey, dude, I think there's... what's wrong?
You don't look so good. There's something wrong with your beer. It's making everyone sick.
Don't let your beer make your loved ones ill. Proper cleaning and sanitation is the key to avoiding puke on your shoes.
But I used an all-in-one.
Cleaning and sanitizing cannot be done in a one-step process. No cleaner can sanitize, and no sanitizer can clean. The amazing chemists at 5-Star Chemicals have your solution. Clean with BBW and sanitize with Star San.
Fantastic!
Your friends and loved ones will thank you. 5-Star products are available at fine homebrew shops near you and online. Put your best beer forward with 5-Star Chemicals. Your one stop for the cleanest two-step solution.
Tonight is the night.
We bring the creature to life, Dr. Blickmanstein?
Yes, J.P. Gore. Everything is perfect for my next fermented creation.
But Doctor, the storm is too far away. We'll never have enough power to isomerize the creature's alpha acid.
Yes, J.P. Gore, we will. For I have in my possession the Tower of Power.
Blickman's new Tower of Power is the evolution of automation. Control hot liquor, sparge, and mash temps like a pro. The Tower of Power is a high-quality gas-fired rim system that works with your current brewing setup. With ultra precision, the tower can hold your mash to 1/2 of a degree Fahrenheit. Precision and repeatability. The Tower of Power is the answer to automatic, fast ramp times. See more at BlickmanEngineering.com. Bring your next creation to life with the Tower of Power.
Dr. Blickmanstein, with the Tower of Power, you can probably give me an afternoon at the pub to enjoy a pint.
Don't be silly, J.P. Gore. We have beer to brew.
When I order a beer, I want my server to know more about it than I do. I want someone who enjoys good beer and loves helping others enjoy it too. I want someone who knows how to pour a perfect pint for any beer style. I want a Cicerone. The Cicerone certification program is creating the type of people who help you enjoy great beer. Home brewers and craft beer lovers know beer is more flavorful and complex than ever, and it takes some serious knowledge to store and serve beer right. Cicerones know beer. There are 3 levels in the Cicerone program: Certified Beer Server, Certified Cicerone, and Master Cicerone. Cicerones are truly the sommeliers of beer. The best beer locations have a certified Cicerone on staff. Relaxed and unpretentious, Cicerones are tested on storing and serving beer, beer styles, flavor and tasting, the brewing process and ingredients, and pairing food with beer. Learn more about your next beer guide at cicerone.org. Certified Cicerone, because it takes top talent to present a perfect pint.
Brewers, anyone can resell homebrew equipment and recipe clone kits. Get original at Adventures in Homebrewing. Adventures in Homebrewing has the knowledge and expertise to craft their own gear and original recipe kits that you'll love. Home of the Serial Killer Grain Mill, 220,000 BTU propane burners, custom stainless steel false bottoms, as well as custom-built brew stands and systems. These are just some of the items Adventures in Homebrewing designs and manufactures in-house. And the brewers at Adventures in Homebrewing keep designing, too. Original extract and all-grain recipe kits that are tried and tested and proven to be of the best quality. Most popular are the Blueberry Tangerine Porter, the Nor'easter Cranberry Fest, and the Peanut Butter Conspiracy Stout. Once you try one of Adventures in Homebrewing's original recipes, you'll keep coming back for more. And don't forget to use the coupon code BIG10 when you place your order to save 10%. That's coupon code BIG10, BIGTEN. Visit Adventures in Homebrewing at homebrewing.org right now and get original today. Homebrewing.org. Join the adventure.
Mix me your 100-grain amber recipe, and I'm going to eat it. And then it can ferment in my gut. It totally works. The beer is almost identical to the grain sandwich.
Your colon won't know what hit it.
The home of live beer radio.
TheBrewingNetwork.com.
Because like beer,
radio shouldn't suck. You're listening to
The Session.
888-401-BEER. This is The Session.
All right, welcome. I drank too much yesterday.
Welcome to the show.
I went to the Faction Brewing Company Friends and Family opening party.
Plan, yes. How was it?
A party has never had a longer name. And I thought I was all right until this morning.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, I'm pretty sure you were drunk yesterday. I think I was training people about how to work efficiently by the end of the night.
What a douche.
I was drunk.
Have you ever read The 4-Hour Work Week?
Yeah.
This'll blow your fucking mind.
Check this out. You only work 4 hours.
In a week.
Yeah. Tasty, you went to that party. Are you hungover? Or is it just me?
No. I moderate.
You're a professional.
Yes, I'm a professional.
I thought that it was a good idea to finish the night at the Trappist. You know, like for a sour beer.
Of course. Just the final.
4.
Right.
We ended up having 4.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have gone there. I went to this dive bar and heard this headbanging group. This bit mosh pit. I was like,
Were they called brain oil?
I was getting bounced all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Casey doesn't bounce that well.
Did you go to the bar in Alameda?
No, in Oakland.
In Oakland.
Merchants.
Okay. Yeah. I'm hungover.
Yeah, they were called Muse. It was hardcore rock. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
All right. If you're looking to spice things up in the bedroom.
And I am.
Go to adamandeve.com right now. And for a limited time only, if you use coupon code BNARMY, that's BNARMY, you can get 50% off just about any one item. You can get free shipping. You get 3 free adult DVDs from genres such as...
Anal.
Busty.
Lesbian.
Co-ed.
Co-ed.
Toad?
Toad.
Oh.
Yeah, Toad is the new one. Co-ed.
You lick the toad,
Yeah,
and then
you
you
do.
trip out,
that
and
what-
you think you had sex, but you really didn't.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Is that what the kids are calling it? Lick the toad?
Just lick the toad, baby. Why? It's all bumpy and greasy. Just lick the toad.
Oh, stop.
Co-ed. What is co-ed?
I think it's like college girls.
It is.
It's like, it is. I've ordered 4 times. Every
Yes.
time she has 12 co-ed DVDs.
And 28 volumes to go.
Use coupon code BNARMY and you get free shipping. Oh, there's also that gift in there that we can't talk about. You get a free gift, free
stop
shipping,
talking
3
about
free
it.
adult DVDs, 50% off any one item. Coupon code BNARMY. What better gift to give at Christmas than a 2-sided dildo?
No better gift.
What my dad always used to say.
I think Schumann gave me one of those ones.
Yeah.
Maybe it was you, Justin. I don't remember.
I think it was a long black. I don't think it was 2-sided.
It was
but
double-sided.
No, it was 2-sided.
It was?
It
Oh, no.
was long black and double-sided.
It was big, black, and double-sided.
I think so. When we moved out of the Pacheco house, there were so many dildos around. It was ridiculous. Because for some reason, it was like the gift to give us. People would come back
for a
from
while there,
Bali with like a wooden penis beer opener.
And apparently it was the gift to give me.
Yes.
Well.
I think I threw away 20 dildos when we moved out of it. And I still have 10.
Hey, reduce,
So-
reuse, recycle.
I should have put them in the Goodwill bag of all the other stuff that we gave away.
Yeah.
Imagine if you drop it off a bag of, shirts and pants, and there's a big rubber dildo in there.
I think they're silicone.
The dude's like, I'll just keep this one.
Yeah. This goes on the private shelf.
Anyway, adamandeve.com. Go check it out. I think I have to do some feedback.
I think you must insist on must.
We got to do our Homebrewer of the Week spotlight tonight, too. But let's do feedback first.
Oh my god!
You've got mail.
Kick ass!
Feedback's brought to you today by Keystone Homebrew Supply. Go check them out over at Keystone. They're good friends of ours and good supporters of the show, and we love them, and you should love them too. Keystone, check them out. All right, Matt writes in, greetings. First of all, you guys are studs. Thank you. That being said, I have to tell you that I recommend your podcast to my beer-loving sister-in-law. I asked her what she thought, and she replied, great info when they finally quit screwing around. I think the BN's combo of shenanigans and info is underappreciated art form. I agree. I guess you can't win them all. I'll keep working on her. Keep up the kick-ass work from Matt.
Kick-ass work.
Yeah. I wonder how many women listen in total.
3.5,
maybe.
Yeah. Two of them are in the studio right now.
I guess I would say under 50. I would say under 50. Like intentionally listening, not you're in the car and your husband's playing it, right? But you actually
50's a big number.
Yeah.
Is it because we're assholes? That it's that low?
I don't consider us assholes, though. I just consider us vulgar.
That's naive.
Yeah. And so are you. Yeah, probably because we're the vulgarity level, because we...
How come women can't be vulgar?
Well, I think it's...
Because of the gender wars.
I feel that... Shut up. I feel that... okay.
Yeah.
Women can be just as vulgar, clearly.
Okay, so why is it that women don't like us?
It's
Beaver?
kind of a boys' club.
Oh.
Been to NHC. How many
Yeah.
women are at NHC?
But it grows
Not
every
enough.
year.
Right,
More and
that's
more.
true.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the hobby, too. I mean, there's way more male brewers than women brewers.
That's what I meant about the boys' club. I didn't mean
no,
we were a
I
boys'
get
club.
all that, but even less of the women that are in home brewing, like the ratio isn't consistent with how many listen to the program. I don't
Is
think.
that true? What would you say the ratio is in home brewing, women to men?
There is
90
one
to
woman for every 200 men.
200 to 1? And you
Really?
think we're worse than that?
Yeah, I think we're about 1,000 to 1.
No, I would say there's one woman to every, like now I'd probably say 50 to 75 men.
In homebrewing or listener?
In homebrewing.
To every woman?
Well, at NHC, I guess I was specifically talking
At
about
NHC.
NHC.
Yeah.
But I
I'm
mean,
offended. I think it's chauvinist that women don't like us.
well,
I think
they
it
have
has
a gender war on
A
us.
lot to do with the fact that you guys are ass clowns.
Well, I think it's because we talk
Well,
about
what do you mean? I'm that
like
same
rape
ass clown
culture.
normally. A lot of people like me, but don't. Right?
How did this get turned around to
I'm
be
no
about
different
tasty?
in real life than I am here.
Right.
I have a lot of friends.
And women like you.
Yeah, whatever my vulgarity level is, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
I have women friends.
No, you don't.
Well, some of my best friends
I don't-
are women.
I don't count.
I eat with them.
They send me their videos.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You pay for them and then they send them to you?
I definitely don't think it's the vulgarity. I mean, Sarah Silverman has a lot of females that like her, and her whole, she's not funny, she's only vulgar.
Right.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And we're both.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
Don't you have to think she's funny because you're a Jew?
Oh, I mean, yeah, she's great. She's hilarious.
I thought that because it's like you're on the same team.
Do you hear her latest monologue about latkes? It was gold.
It was really good.
Just like the color of those latkes.
There you go.
I think it's just because we're assholes. That's what I think it is.
Are we assholes, really?
Yeah.
No, that's too bad.
That could be.
All right, Kevin writes in, I have to say the session is great and keeps my sanity through my mundane job. In looking for more great radio, I started listening to Lunch Meat.
Yeah.
I started with the show where you were talking about the Natural Harvest book.
Remember that?
No.
It's a book about how to harvest your own body. Like bodily fluids and like cheeses and make cheese from your own semen and
oh really
breast milk and stuff. Yeah,
Why would
really
we talk about that? No wonder women don't listen to this show.
Well, it was on Lunch Meat. It was in the news.
Did he say he found Lunch Meat while he was searching for great radio?
No, more great radio.
More great radio.
Wow.
All right. He wanted us to know that the book has gained a half a star and is now a 4-star book.
Yes.
So, all right. Thanks, Kevin.
Natural Harvest.
Spam of the week in our feedback. This one's kind of long and moderately depressing.
Yeah.
Jennifer Amina writes in, good day.
She writes in.
With tears rolling down my eyes and with total submission to the will of God Allah, I choose this means to communicate you because I'm sure I will get in contact with the right person that will be honest to me. Oh, sweetheart, you have come to the right place.
Yeah, the shotgun approach usually works in looking for honesty.
My name is Jennifer Amina. I am 22 years old girl, and I am from Damascus, Syria. I'm studying nursing in the University of Damascus before the war broke out. The war in my country, Syria, has taken many lives, blah, blah,
There's
blah.
trouble over there now in the Middle East?
Actually, I edited it out, but she provided several links so you can be aware and get the history of the Syrian war. Yeah.
Who knew that people aren't getting along? It's weird.
She said she's a refugee, like a homeless refugee now. It's so sad that one afternoon... Wait. It's so sad that one afternoon I came home and see my father's home destroyed by bomb by the rebels. And my family were inside.
This is why women don't listen.
My family was inside the house.
Stop laughing.
No, the funny part is she puts the house first. I came home and saw my dad's house destroyed, and also my family was inside it.
It's like secondary. Like,
yeah,
man, I love that house. Oh, but I lost my family too. Yeah, that's worse.
Well, it was a craftsman style. It was original.
Really good. How are you going to replace that?
Since all my family members has died in war, I see no reason to live and enjoy my life again.
Fair enough.
Good.
Good.
You're done.
I don't know what the rest is.
Why is she writing us, though?
Because
what's
here's
you
the
want?
kicker.
Need some money?
I've discovered that my father has deposited some money in a bank in London and used me as the next of kin. That's a coincidence. Like, how did he know that the whole family, except for her, was going to be blown up in the house? a lovely home. I've been looking for a way to receive the fund from the bank in London due to my current situation. I contacted
my current situation being I have no money.
Or family.
or home. I contacted you to help me and sponsor me to receive 2 million Great British pounds sterling, which my father deposited with a bank in London, United Kingdom. And the bank has sent me an email yesterday that I should show up and claim the money. You will receive the money with your bank account, and then you will take 40/25 of the money. That's 40/25 of the money for helping me. Then you advise me on how to invest the remaining 60/25 in your country, because the money will be in your bank account after all. Please help me to receive this money, and I will come to your country and live with you. Wow. I'm homeless now, and I managed to get access to the internet. My phone, there's no phones here. I am in pains.
All of them.
Please, I need your urgent help. With love, Jennifer.
Yeah, I'll come live with you. Random stranger online.
Yeah, in pain all the time. Gee.
All of her
pains.
What an annoying roommate that would be.
Yeah.
Has all the pains.
She's always sending emails. All right.
Can I get on your computer? I know you don't have one because your dad's died. Okay.
I get it.
Here, use it.
Everybody's dead. Fine.
All of my pains.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway.
All right. Tootmaster 2000 writes in.
No, you don't want to give out her email in case someone wants to contact her?
Oh, I don't have it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Just look up Jennifer Amina. I'm sure you'll find her. All right. Tootmaster 2000 writes in, hey, everyone, thanks for all you do. I'll spare you all the bullshit and thank yous. Here's a few things I heard you talk about in past shows that I think you should do in upcoming episodes. The beer playoffs. I think this is from the Brewcaster Challenge. He says we should do the Brewcaster Challenge in Final Four style. All right. Bring back the meat, he says.
Yeah.
And finally, I had some other ideas, but they escape me currently. My name is Jennifer Amina.
So I'm going to send the email anyway and not try to just save it in hopes that I understand what I'm doing.
Yeah. Anyway, Hellbelch writes in, I would like to announce that I've officially crammed all 342 episodes of the session inside of me, and it felt oddly good when I finished. Finally, I'll be listening live and participating in the chat. I would like to thank Jade and Roberto from Hop Tech and the Home Wine, Beer, and Cheesemaking Shop and the Malthouse Falcons for introducing me to the show last year. I've been hooked ever since. Great. And Eric writes in, hello, beer dudes. I've seen a couple one-vessel all-grain brewing devices. No transferring, just brew all steps in the one vessel. What are the pluses and minuses of this type of brewing? Most of these systems are electric. What are the benefits and drawbacks of electric? Keep up the good work from Eric. So that's like the Braumeister system that More Beer has, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, the benefits are that it's all in one system.
It's all in one system.
And that there is no transferring. Just brew all steps in one vessel.
That's correct.
So that's a
How did you know that?
I don't just think it's a benefit.
The drawback is you're kind of capped on your gravity because there's no sparge. There's no sparging, so you're leaving a lot of liquor in your grain that has your sugars. So you can add some DME and kind of bump up your gravity that way, but you're kind of limited in capacity also.
All right. Tasty, any other drawbacks?
Well, essentially it's brew in the bag as well, right? That's the same concept, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a,
okay.
It's a metal bag.
Just the Brewmaster is a metal bag, and this is just a real bag. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I've heard from people who use them, like the Brewmaster.
Yeah.
I have never heard a bad thing about them. People love them.
No, it's
just for their ease of, and the beer comes out great. And
I love it. I think it's rad. It's a really nice system. It's just, like I said, the only drawback for me was you're limited.
Right.
You're absolutely limited in the gravity that you can.
But aren't you limited anyway? Like I'm limited in how much grain I could put in mine.
And how much grain, but you can make up with that with extracts. So I think you can do a barley wine like on yours, and I don't know.
You could add extract to the one vessel. It seems like once you pull, don't you pull the grains out?
You pull the grains out, but the one that I used, I think it was the 50 liter or the 40 liter, and so you only have a certain amount of grain. So I think the max you can go is like a 1055, and you would have to be adding a lot of extract. It's 7 gravity points per pound of extract per gallon of water. So you're not adding that much. You would have to add several pounds of extract, and maybe you can get 1080. I don't know.
I see.
So the system has a limited grain capacity.
Yeah.
And because of the lower efficiency, maybe, because you don't get all the extract, you're going to hit that more often for smaller beer.
Yeah.
If you had a sparge system, technically you could still make a bigger beer because you could sparge.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Get those sugars out of the grain.
What about the benefits and/or drawbacks of electric? Because most of these systems, he's right, seemed like the Brewmaster's electric, right?
Yeah.
Brewmeister. I think people also who use electric seem to love it also.
No, people like it. Why not? Heat's heat.
You don't have to go out and fill up the propane.
Yeah.
In the middle of your brew day because you didn't plan ahead and then you ran out right in the middle of your boil and then you have to. Not that I've ever done that, but I've heard about it where you have to go get your propane tank.
That's terrible.
In the middle. Yeah.
The Brewmaster's rad because it has a pump self-contained in it, and you have a digital readout that you can do up to 5-step mashes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you put your water in, it gets it up to 88 or whatever the first step is. I don't really know.
Yeah.
And then it'll hold it there. It'll do its own rest, and then it'll light the element or switch on the element and recirculate your wort until it gets to the next step, and then you can program. It's completely programmed. 5 steps.
That's excellent.
It's insane. Yeah,
I want one of those.
They're pretty cool, man. 220, I think. Just unplug your dryer, throw it in.
Oh, that's you don't just plug it into the regular.
No, it's 240. I think it's 240.
They're kind of pricey though, aren't they?
They're super pricey, but they're awesome.
Like, what are we looking at? $10,000?
I don't know how much they are.
I think they're like $5,000 actually.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money, but
you can sell your system and half of your arm.
What do you think I could get for mine?
Your system right now? You have electric?
No.
Oh, you have Jamil's old one,
I
right?
have Jamil's.
Oh, you probably get more in scrap.
What?
Yeah.
It has a lot of history. Chad has brewed on it.
Yeah, but not many people are going to care.
BN people will care. Jennifer Amina will care. I bet if I write back to her.
BN people will care. I'm thinking of just the random guy on Craigslist. You could probably get $500 for it.
That's it?
Yeah.
It is worth more in scrap.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a system.
It's a cool... Try selling it.
I don't want to sell it.
Well, then don't sell it.
Just curious. I might want to sell it. We're opening a bar, which means we're going to be broke in about 4 months.
Right.
So I'll wait to sell it then, Tasty. We can auction it off. Save the hop grenade.
You're already thinking about how to save it.
Yeah.
That's good. This is awesome. I can't wait for this.
I'm planning the party. We're opening beginning of April. On April 17th, we're having a Save the Hop Grenade party. I've already got the flyers printed out.
That's such a good business model. Are you looking for investors? Because I have a little bit of money saving away. I could,
No, that was part of my pitch. I was like, no, guys, but don't worry because if it doesn't work out, I've already made these Save the Hop Grenade flyers. Look at this.
Can you imagine that's your investor pitch? That's part of your business plan going to the bank?
Yeah.
And then I don't really see how this... Well, in 6 months, we're going to have a Save the Hop Grenade.
It worked for Ferris.
Yeah. They were like, well, what's the backup? What if it fails? And then I pull out the flyer and I go, Save the Hop Grenade.
Yeah. Got you covered.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Beat you.
Yeah. We can easily raise enough money to close up the store that day.
They won't even know where to sign. They'll be so excited.
That's right. It's all going to be candlelight, by the way, at the Hop Grenade. We're just
bring your own candle.
Yeah, we're not cutting corners. We're just environmentally conscious. We figure if we're a little more off the grid that way.
Yeah, we're green and sustainable.
Yeah.
The climate change folks, they've said the next 30 years we're in for the most intense tornado weather in the history of the world.
In California?
In the world.
Okay.
So this is what we're already kind of trying to eliminate that.
So we're going to be all
30
candlelight.
years. Yeah.
Don't mind the Honda generator that's in the middle of the room. That's just to run the computers. But it's highly efficient.
It is.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Any other ways we're going to save cut corners, Moscow?
3/4 pours,
Right. There'll be no seating in the Hop Grenade.
We'll get those pine glasses with the thick bottoms that really only hold 12 ounces.
Thick heels.
Yeah, but we'll tell you that it's thick. We prove it. 16 ounces.
We'll just sell everything in centiliters.
Right.
And give you really 6 ounces, but we'll say 109 centiliters in a tulip glass, and then we'll charge you $12 for it.
Yeah.
Oh, that model's already in place. Sorry.
It's already in place.
Yeah. Right. Do we have to have a mug club or whatever stupid thing?
No, those are stupid.
Does?
We should have some sort of founders club, though.
No, don't make 2 classes citizens. That's bad for a bar.
Is it?
Yeah, 1 class.
What about the BN Army though? Like our people, like the AHA gets
if you come in with the BN Army card, that's
what I mean. Yeah.
Give that
for our people.
If you're a donator,
yeah,
you're in.
So we have to do that.
I was thinking, there's that Moose
I think we
Lodge.
should charge them extra.
There's that Moose Lodge up the road here that's for sale. That building's been for sale forever, and they have a card scanner on the door. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like have a card. You can come in like an hour early on certain days, and you have to like scan yourself in. I think it might be kind of cool.
That's a good idea.
But
or like a finger, like a. You know that the iPhone fingerprint thing can it'll sense your wiener. Like you can make your wiener the print.
No.
Yeah. If you look online at all the different things people have tried to make, to pass.
And by people, he means himself.
Yeah, right. And by online, he means the mirror.
Wouldn't it be rad if we had a wiener imprint?
No.
And Bevo could be the door. I'm sorry, sir. You have to lay your hog on this iPad here.
Yeah. That's not you. Can we have boner chicken night? Not on the same night as grenade night, but.
No, it needs to be on the same night.
Yeah, I dare you to get a boner at grenade night. Okay.
Setting the new world record for boner chicken.
All right.
Bevo.
I gotta call this dude.
Who are we calling?
You want to do news first, or what do you want to do?
Oh yeah, let's do beer news. Let's do that.
Roll the song.
I don't have a song. Beer news is brought to you today by craftbeer.com. You can go over to craftbeer.com right now. Celebrating everything. Oh, I should get the slogan right, shouldn't I?
It would probably fit with our company culture if you didn't.
I have boner chicken stuck in my head now.
Yeah.
That's better there than somewhere else.
You lose. Boner chicken. Craftbeer.com, celebrating the best of American craft beer. Go. There's a style finder. There's a brewery finder. There's food and beer education over there. Go check them out at craftbeer.com. What's in the news?
Last week marked the 80th anniversary of the end of Prohibition. It was all over the Google News and stuff, so I'm sure you guys saw. December 5, 1933 was the day. And, had it not been for the beloved 21st Amendment, there would be none of this, the beer news. There'd be no BN, and, that's reason enough to celebrate just in and of itself. But before you celebrate too much, let me bring to your attention a contemporary example of humanity's ongoing problem with totalitarian prohibitionist impulses.
Right.
Islamist police forces yelling Allahu Akbar destroyed 240,000 bottles of beer with earth-moving machinery last week as part of a widening crackdown on hooch in Nigeria. Alcohol is, of course, banned under Sharia law, which was imposed upon Nigeria in 2001. At this public destruction of beer event last week, the head of the Religious Police Board warned that his officers will put an end to alcohol consumption. Bars in Sabongari, which is in northern Nigeria, were the target of multiple bombings in July that killed 24 people. They were carried out by Islamic terrorists who charged authorities with not properly applying Sharia law.
But what a way to go, right there at the bar. Fuck it.
So here we are, back in 1929.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to live anyway, would you? I would drink until somebody shot me. Because who wants to live in that environment?
Right.
A lot of people.
Well, it's funny because you say, prohibition is it's illegal now. Not legal, but not legal anymore. It's not a federal law, but there's still plenty of counties and states that enforce it.
Right.
Dry counties all over the place. So are we really free?
Yeah, and large swaths of humanity still are way down with the, prohibit this and prohibit that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
Good times. All right, well, but anyway, here in the States, we've been...
I feel like going over to an Edgar Allan Poe bar now and just hanging out for the evening.
Drinking absinthe and smoking hash and just hanging out.
Aye.
But writing really well. That's the third part that you would need to do.
All right, go ahead.
All right, more along totalitarianist lines. An unopened bottle of beer recovered from the wreckage of the Hindenburg is up for auction again. It is a lager brewed by Lowenbrau. It was bottled in 1937. The last time this very bottle was up for auction in 2009, it sold for, anyone want to guess?
$80.
$18,000.
It's from the Hindenburg.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
The bottle is on sale alongside other Hindenburg items at the Wallace & Wallace Auctioneers in East Sussex. It is claimed that the beer was won from a six-pack salvaged by a fireman at the scene. He kept one for himself and shared the other 5 with friends, the story goes. The bottle has some light fire damage, but, it could still be good.
Come on. Nobody else thinks this is bullshit. Is there a way to verify that this bottle came out of the Hindenburg?
That's a good question. Is there like a certificate of authenticity that it comes with?
Yeah.
They
and just like even the
signed
story,
by Bismarck.
like, it was found by a firefighter who shared 5 of them with his friends, but kept one.
There are stories. There are things that have been salvaged from there, and from the Hindenburg, there were actually 12 cases of Lowenbrau.
Oh yeah.
So it's possible. There's no way to know.
Right.
I actually ran across that story too, and I looked more into it because I think it's fun.
If I was loaded, I'd go to the auction and I would buy it, and then right when I walk up to pick it up, just crack it open and drink it, just casually. Like,
yeah, the hops have dropped out a little bit.
Thanks.
It's a little skunky, but really good.
Sure was thirsty.
All right, another one. A listener sent this one to me with the subject line, "Speaking of rate culture."
Oh yeah.
So it is a news story. The owners of a craft brewery in Quebec, Canada, called Le Corsair, are reeling after several of the names of their seasonal beers drew flack from liberal activist groups. Some of the controversial branding includes The Hooker and La Petite Pute, which means the little slut.
Oh.
On its menu, Le Corsair describes La Petite Pute as, quote, an easy girlfriend, light and fruity.
That's how I describe Sam.
Another one called Vicieux is described as, quote, an orgy in your mouth.
Wow.
Bevo, stop clapping. And yet,
sounds gross.
Yet another called The Parrot has a label depicting a nude woman in a birdcage.
It's a good label.
Yeah, I showed the picture there for you guys. It's a good-looking label.
She has a bubble butt.
The head of the Quebec Council on the Status of Women, named Julie...
what do they do all day?
They find ways to take
There are
offense.
still women.
They eat bonbons. And,
what is the status of women? Still there.
Yeah, what they do is they Windex the glass ceiling. Okay.
I see. All right.
Her name is Julie, some hyphenated last name, said the names are unacceptable.
Of course it is.
She said, this is her quote, "The name Le Petite Pute disgusts me.
Yeah.
Prostitution exploits women. There isn't a lot of choice involved. There is a lot of exploitation, a lot of violence. It is not something we should be laughing about."
Why does the little slut have to be a prostitute? Why can't she just be a slut?
There's one called The Hooker.
Oh.
There's another one called The Hooker, so that is probably what she's referencing. Now, in typical spineless backpedal-y fashion, the owners of La Corsair said, we never meant to insult women, and that they'd be more careful when choosing names in the future. They said they chose the name La Petite Pute because that beer did not take much time to make, and it has a more commercial taste.
Well, I call bullshit.
Like a slut.
What is the... Right. Yeah, what's the... I don't understand. First of all, we didn't mean to offend anybody. We'll be more careful in the future. You mean you won't be completely deliberately naming your beers after hookers and whores?
Right.
That's weird. It's a weird response. We'll be more careful. Instead, we'll call it like the little polite slut. I mean, it's a fucking weird answer.
Blobber's saying that put means hooker.
Oh, okay. So
that makes her quote make a little more sense.
So it's not the little slut; it's the little hooker.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The article I pulled it from made it sound like there was two different beers, the Hooker and La Petite Pute. But in any case, now the co-owner who did most of the naming, presumably, is a chick, Julie Gagnon,
a woman.
I'm sorry, a broad, and she said she didn't expect their attempted humor to raise such an outcry. She said they never intended to demean women or promote violence.
Well, because nobody does. Who does not think hookah's funny? I'm so sorry.
Now I eat the Quebec pizza.
So the woman who named them, is her last name hyphenated?
No.
That's why she's not a raging bitch.
Yeah, that's right. And she doesn't have short hair either, like the other lady.
There you go.
Does.
Wow. Well, I like their labels. I hope they don't change their labels.
Yeah, of course they will.
I don't know. Does everything have to be demeaning? Can't it just be funny sometimes?
It can never be funny. If
to some.
Yeah.
Right. See, exactly. This is not a man-woman thing. It's, right? Because Bevo doesn't have a problem. Why is that? She's a lady.
No, I think it's funny. I'm a lady.
Yeah,
she's a broad.
She's also half a lesbian.
It's a lady.
Not half a lesbian.
3/4
at least.
Get it right, dick.
All right,
one more. This is another one kind of German. German brewers want their famed beer purity laws to be given an official seal of approval as World Heritage.
Of course they do.
The German Brewers Federation said it has applied to UNESCO, which is the United Nations Cultural Agency, to have the Reinheitsgebot officially recognized as a piece of the world's intangible heritage. The purity laws date back to 1516, of course, and they don't allow anything but water, barley malt, hops, and yeast for brewing. Now, if it wins a place on the UNESCO list, the purity law will find itself in diverse company that includes the Argentine tango, the Spanish flamenco, the French gastronomic meal, and Turkey's Kirkpinar oil wrestling festival.
Why would they even petition for this? Like, really?
Who cares?
There's
whatever's
so many
important
other
to
things.
you. Apparently is what it is. Like whatever creepy cultural thing that you have to share with the world and infect the world with, like Turkish oil wrestling.
We need to be there with oil wrestling festival.
Who let the Germans in?
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. I don't know. Why would UNESCO say no? Like, on what grounds? I'd like to know the criteria of becoming a world cultural.
I don't think there are any.
You know, apparently with the oil wrestling, I'd like to go to the festival. What do you think that's like?
Hairy men wrestling in oil.
Can we have oil wrestling night at the Hop Grenade?
No.
It demeans women.
It can
no,
be dudes.
it would be gross. Whether women or men.
We have a patio. We can do it outside.
Let's be...
okay.
Okay, outside is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it didn't take much convincing.
All right.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm sure there's nothing in the health code that says we can't have Turkish oil wrestling
Just
on our
use,
patio.
just food oil.
Yeah, well, use the UN as an example. Like, I'm sorry, we're celebrating a world culture. We're trying to,
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to the Norwegians, man. We don't know.
Yeah, don't be racist. I think it's the Turks.
Yeah.
If we use olive oil, it's fine, right?
Turks are jerks anyway.
All right. Is
there
that
you go.
it?
Yeah, that's the news brought to you by our friends at craftbeer.com.
All right, wonderful. Should we do Homebrew of the Week or should we take a break first? I kind of have to pee.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Yeah. All right, let me load up our...
You
Is this our
kinda have
last
to?
break? I've had to pee for about 45 minutes now.
Yeah, we'll come back and we'll do Homebrewer of the Week, and then we'll do a little brewing disaster.
You know what's going to suck at the new place is that I have to walk through like a crowd of people at the breaks to go take a piss now.
We should have a tube that you can, like a glory hole, where you can just lean up against, and then it'll go right to the sewer.
That's a good
vaguely
idea.
recall reading something a couple years ago in Sports Illustrated, and it was
Good.
like a fanny pack that men wore, but your junk was attached to it, so that you could just pee, but it collected, and it was almost like a catheter bag.
Oh.
You would just be sitting at your desk peeing, but it wouldn't be on your skin. It would just go into the bag.
But I have to lift my junk up to my waist?
No, I've seen something similar. It's like a condom.
You roll it on like a condom.
With a tube at the end, and it runs down your leg, and it collects like near your ankle, like in a bag. Near
Right,
your ankle.
Yeah, an external catheter.
Yeah.
Yes,
And then do I just leave it on the desk with our dirty glassware at the end of the show for the
Yes.
staff to clean up?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what you do.
I would take some creepy pleasure in that.
You're a freak.
Yeah, clean that colostomy bag.
Pretty sure that should be in the
dirty
employee
bitch.
handbook.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. Wash your hands. Oh, sorry. Was I too?
You're channeling Sugar Valley there.
I thought we had gone to break already. All right. See, this is the point of the show where you have to turn the speakers off in the bar.
Oh, sure.
It's the session. We'll be right back.
Should have happened a while ago.
You're listening to the Brewcasters. The Brewcasters on the Brewing Network.
A few things happened 30 years ago.
ARPANET migrated to TCP/IP, and the Internet was born. Revenge of the Jedi was renamed Return of the Jedi and opened in theaters. Mila Kunis and Emily Blunt were born, beginning a rad fantasy in my mind.
But all of that pales next to the fact that HopTech opened its doors and began blowing homebrewers right out of their mash tuns. HopTech doesn't fuck around. Real people shipping awesome shit straight to you. Their new website is fast and easy to navigate. Or just call 800-379-4677 and let badass bitch Jade and brewing brother Roberto blow their warm load of customer service all over you. So visit the site or visit the store in Dublin, California and support those that support you. Get your brewing on at hoptech.com. Are you a member of the American Homebrewers Association? Well, you should be. Members of the AHA can focus on brewing beer, and the AHA takes care of the rest. The American Homebrewers Association advocates on behalf of homebrewers like you to legalize the hobby in all 50 states and make sure that beer laws make sense. Plus, there are many great benefits that come with your AHA membership, like AHA member deals that give you awesome deals at bars, restaurants, breweries, and more. Zymergy Magazine and
Zymergy for tons of articles, how-tos, easy-to-follow recipes, and news about the hobby you love, and access to the members-only content on homebrewersassociation.org. But the AHA can't do it without your support. Join today so the American Homebrewers Association can keep fighting for your homebrewing rights. Visit homebrewersassociation.org or join now from the homepage of the Brewing Network website. Relax. Don't worry. It's the American Homebrewers Association.
What'd you get? More brewing ingredients?
Yep. You know what I love about Brewmaster's Warehouse?
The $6.99 shipping.
Well, yeah, but...
the in-store classes for beginning brewers.
Yeah, that's cool, but...
the Brew Builder. Creating and saving your recipes online is awesome!
No, yes, but...
The cheese-making supplies.
No.
Oh, the wine-making supplies. Oh, the distilling equipment and liquor flavorings.
All that stuff is awesome, yes, but what I really love is that the guy who runs it is totally hot. And that Brew Builder software is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Brewmaster's Warehouse brings you flat rate shipping on great equipment and ingredients to make beer, wine, cheese, and spirits at brewmasterswarehouse.com. And if you're in Georgia, stop by Brewmaster's Warehouse Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6. Visit brewmasterswarehouse.com today because it's totally hot.
Oh, yeah.
What does craft beer mean to you? Is it a delicious way to support your town's local brewer? Or perhaps it's the perfect beverage to pair with those delicious meals at your favorite restaurant and at home. Regardless of whether you're thinking of pints or pairings, pilsners or porters, craftbeer.com is the site where craft beer lovers come together to learn and share. Craftbeer.com is brought to you by the Brewers Association and celebrates the best of American craft beer and its brewers. Craftbeer.com is the best place to find craft beer events, recipes, great feature stories, the most up-to-date brewery listings, and resources for your next beer tasting or dinner, like style guidelines, pairing mats, and charts. Get the inside scoop on new beer releases and special events from today's craft beer insiders, and chime in to share your own knowledge, perfect pairings, road trips, recipes, and more. Craftbeer.com, celebrating the best of American beer.
Hi, this is John from Grain & Grape. We've been supplying brewers in Australia for over 20 years, and for all that time we've been working to offer the best products and service around, including free fortnightly all-grain brewing demos, 90 varieties of malted grain from Belgium, Germany, the US, Britain and Australia, equipment from brewmasters, kegerators, beer engines from Crown Urns to the humble brew in a bag, heaps of hops, Y yeast liquid and Fermentus and Danstar dried yeast cultures, fresh wort kits made on the 500-litre Brewmaster right here in the warehouse. We also sponsor and support brewing clubs and comps, the Australian National Home Brewing Conference, Aussie Home Brewer Forum, and heaps more. Mostly, though, 100 years of brewing experience means that we can give you the best advice on your next recipe, your new system, or that brewing problem that needs a solution. Mention the Brewing Network next time you order online or by phone to receive half-price shipping. Check out grainandgrape.com.au for conditions.
One of the last things many brewers try to master is the ingredient that makes up most of their beer, water. Brewers Publications is pleased to announce Water, a comprehensive guide for brewers of all levels by How to Brew author John Palmer and professional brewer Colin Kaminsky.
Hi, I'm John Palmer. This book is the result of many years of asking the tough questions about water to professional brewers and brewing scientists, and we are very pleased with how it turned out. It's the first book that is solely about water treatment throughout the brewing process. The book is intended for all brewers, from homebrewers to professionals, and we hope you like it.
From how to read a water report to treating your wastewater and everything in between, Water is the comprehensive guide you've always wanted on brewing's least understood ingredient. Flavor contributions, water chemistry, and adjusting water to styles of beer. John and Colin will teach you everything you need to know. Water is available from brewerspublications.com and fine brewing booksellers near you. Take the mystery out of your brewing water. Visit brewerspublications.com for your copy of Water today.
Wait till you can pour it out of your own kegerator.
Yeah. I mean, your friends will look at you with awe.
And it's just hot.
It is?
It's so super hot.
The home of live beer radio. TheBrewingNetwork.com.
Because like beer, radio shouldn't suck.
You're listening to The Session.
You're listening to the Brewing Network. Because like beer, radio shouldn't suck.
Okay, a few things left to do here tonight. Homebrewer of the Week. Lucas, Ohio, who's playing our Winter Brews Festival, is hanging out tonight. I think we're going to get a song out of him before we wrap up the show. Lucas, Ohio, and Forest Day are playing our Winter Brews Fest. You can go to bnbrewfest.com to get your tickets. They're still only $35 until December 24th. No fees, no nothing. After that, they go up to $35 plus fees. And then if you don't buy your tickets in advance, you're going to pay $45 at the gate. So nobody wants to do that. That would be a dumb thing to do.
Well, but I mean, if they insist upon it, then, feel free.
Guess I'm all right with it in that case. All right, how about this? What are we going to do? Our Homebrewer of the Week spotlight right now?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
It's time for your close-up. Now, the BN Homebrewer Spotlight, brought to you by Logic.
Yes, this week it is Brace Helton, who wrote to me because he felt that the last two homebrewers of the week were, asking, a Sugar Valley brewer was asking us some basic questions, and the guy before that was, picking up all his equipment on Free Cycle. If you recall, our friend from the UK.
I do recall.
And Brace said, I feel like an imposter, Scott, because it has been a while since I have homebrewed, about 2.5 months. So I already know he's a hardcore guy because he considers that to be a while.
Yeah.
He's a building inspector by trade in Southern California, but he said that does not stop his work from sending him to Utah all the time. And he says it's ironic, it's a crappy-ass beer town, and he can't homebrew. But he said the last guy sucked, so, consider me, he says. I'm the opposite of the Free Cycle guy. He said he's been brewing on a Sabco Brew Magic, one of our beautiful sponsors.
Yeah.
And that's a killer system, so that's a good tie-in. And he said he's dumped way more money into the hobby than he should have. Now, he lives down in Lancaster, where our friend Sven owns Kinetic Brewing Company. And, of course,
Desert Boy.
Yeah.
Announcer Man, a.k.a. Push Eject, lives, and he said he met Push Eject at a beer garden at a local baseball game, and he found out that the guy pouring the beer was the pretty techie guy, and he was beside himself.
Oh, yeah.
The old Jethawks Stadium, Kinetic, they have their own beer garden there.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's Push is also a desert boy living in Lancaster there.
Yep.
Right the Berg.
And he sent me a picture of his brew house, which is just awesome. It looks like he's got the west wing of his house is dedicated to it, and he's got some Red Sox memorabilia everywhere, and he's got a killer tap set up, and it's just beautiful. So I figure we'll put the Free Cycle guy to shame.
Yeah, that's the thing about living in the desert. You can afford a west wing.
Right, and then living in England, you can't because the area around London is really expensive.
Yeah, that's all true. That's all true.
Thank you.
Brace is on the line. Are you with us, Brace?
Yes, I am.
Thanks for being on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, I appreciate you guys having me.
How long you been living in the desert? Let's get this out of the way.
All my life.
So tell me.
That doesn't really answer the question.
Fact or fiction? The ice.
Okay, sorry, JP, you critical son of a bitch. I am 27 years old, 27 years.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you. The ice store. Fact or fiction?
I'm sorry, what was that? The what?
The ice store. Have you ever seen an ice store?
An ice store.
Oh, shit. He's not a good desert boy. Every desert boy knows about the ice store.
Okay.
What's the ice store?
I might catch on. I don't know.
Maybe Lancaster's...
Well, Lancaster's high desert, and so they get really cold, right?
I think you came from Hespermia, so that's a little lower class desert.
Hey.
Hespermia?
Lancaster actually has like a decent city planning, so we have refrigerators and stuff like that. You guys just throw shit in an ice store, I guess.
Oh, great. Now Lancaster is upper class desert. Great.
Well, it was until they started offering.
We have to have some sort of hierarchy here.
You're probably right, actually. All right, so tell us, now you spend more money on equipment than you probably should, you say, huh? Homebrewing equipment.
Then I probably should. I mean, I got my wife. My wife supports the hobby, which works, because if she didn't, then I'd have to, hide everything behind her back, but...
That's good.
I started out, I bought, the orange igloo cooler and 8-gallon... stainless pot. Bought that from a homebrew store in Lancaster called the Bearded Brewer. Actually, if it wasn't for that guy, I don't know if I'd be brewing as much as I was.
Okay.
The guy is crazy, insane, smart. He gave me the kit. Well, he didn't give it to me. He sold it to me.
Yeah.
But he sold me the kit, and the guy just kind of answered any questions I had. I bought a shitload of books. Rock Candy's How to Brew.
Nice. Gotta have it.
I bought all those books. I probably spent. My wife actually said I started reading more now than she's ever seen me read in our entire relationship.
Which is kind of an insult, really. That's like a very back. Like, wow, I like that you're really getting into reading. It's all homebrew stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. So we've been together for like 11 years, and she's never seen me read a book except when I had to in high school and college.
Right.
But,
is this your wife in your Skype photo here?
Oh, yeah. That's my wife. We're actually at Kinetic right there.
Your wife's hot, dude. Well done.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I think so, too. I think she's a little too good looking for me, but,
Well, I didn't want to say it.
I think the same thing.
Right. I mean, let's just...
Shut your face.
Let's just say this. Only one of you can come to grenade night at the Hop Grenade.
Oh, hey, well, if that's me, then that's fine, because I'm the one who would be interested in going.
Right. That's probably true.
Well, can you blame her? The man is from the upper class part of the desert.
Right.
She wanted to be a part of the life.
She would never date somebody from Hesperia.
Hespermia, man.
Hespermia.
Right. Yeah. Excellent. All right. So you got it. You went straight for an all grain system. I used to have the orange igloo, by the way, my first all grain, and I loved that thing. That's a hell of a mash tun.
Oh yeah, definitely. It totally worked. It was not a matter of me not liking that system. It was a matter of like I said, the books, the reading. I just got geeked out hardcore.
Yeah.
Like just beyond. It was like FUBAR, fucked up beyond all recognition type thing. Except for I was just gone. I started reading everything. My brother texted me this picture, said, "Hey, check this thing out." And I looked at it and I was like, "Holy shit, that thing is an awesome system." And then all of a sudden, that was the apple of my eye, or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And I eventually got it, and that system's badass. I mean, I know it's
Wait, what system are we talking about?
Oh, sorry, I thought that was in
the Stabco. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm drinking.
Hey, Brace, did you go straight from the kettle igloo to the brew magic? Yeah.
Yes, I.
Sorry, I'm just throwing up everywhere.
No, I'm just burping out some beer. I'm actually I'm staying out in Utah right now. I'm working out here for I'm in northern Utah, which sucks balls.
Oh yeah, it's way worse than Lancaster, I'm sure.
Well, Lancaster's technically, a little bit of LA County. So first off, out here in Utah, the brewing Gestapo, the Mormon Gestapo, just has the beer industry by the balls, so you can't get any good beer within like a 100-mile radius.
Yeah, it's a little tough there. That's true.
I actually drove out to Boise, Idaho for the weekend to grab some beer and to come back to have some good beer to drink.
Yeah, I remember I went camping in Utah once, and I was by myself. I was traveling across the country.
With the biscuit?
With the biscuit.
No, she's dead.
Right.
Why?
And
I don't know. She's old.
Like every night camping, I wanted to drink some beer, right? But I also, not like, I didn't want to drink beer for nothing. I was trying to catch a little buzz.
Right.
Well, I went down to the Utah liquor store, and I found myself some 3% beer. I had to drink 14 beers that night to catch a little buzz. It was ridiculous. Yeah, there's a lot of peeing involved.
Yes, definitely. That makes sense.
So now you got the Sabco system. And so what do you brew most often? Do you have like a style of beer that you go back to, or are you all across the board?
I kind of just splash around in the session category. Okay. I like sessions. I do the hoppy beers too, the IPAs. I did a Kolsch. Actually, I think it was one of my best executed Kolsches that I've done, but unfortunately, I dosed it with some lime because I was trying to make it like a summer beer.
Oh, why would you do that?
Well, because
he's a desert boy. They don't know better.
Right.
Shut your face. Anyway.
He's like, I got an idea. Let's make it a chelada.
Oh, no.
Because you could drink a lot of those.
Honey, will you brew me a Bud Light Lime, please?
I would love to.
I like Bud Light Lime. Don't hate.
Of course you do, Bevo.
With that haircut, you have to.
And actually, that was my whole reasoning for doing it, is because I figured chicks would like it.
I don't even know what that means.
And then my brother ended up liking it the most.
What a pussy.
And
So he's disowned now.
Yeah.
He's no longer
I wouldn't say
living.
that.
Well, he's not.
Anyway,
he's post-op.
How do you know how do you know it was well executed if it just sucked? Did you taste it before the lime?
Yeah. Well, I taste the beer during every step of the process.
Good man. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah. Taste the grains. I got that. I got the the Kolsch yeast, and I did a little bit of a lagering. But before I dosed a lime in Flame Out, and I kept taking samples off of it and tasted like it was on its way. And then
did you actually use like fresh lime?
It.
Did you squeeze fresh lime in there?
No, fuck that. I zested. Me and my wife zested like 16 limes to get 2 ounces because I thought 2 ounces was a good target number.
Yeah.
2 ounces ended up being way too much for a 5-gallon batch. Maybe like a 10-gallon batch would have been better, but holy shit.
Okay.
So what would you do now? You do like what, 3/4 of one?
Exactly. Yeah. That's 3/4. That's what I was going to do.
Nice. Tasty, help me out here and correct me if I'm wrong, but just brewing a good Kolsch, period, is a tough thing to do in my
Well, it's a lighter beer, so it's going to show all the flaws.
And I haven't had a lot of good ones,
susceptible to, incorrect fermentation temperatures and underpitching and stuff like that.
I treated this bad boy like my firstborn. It came out awesome. Like I could tell just by, I listened to Brew Strong and everything, taste everything on its way through.
Yeah.
And I could tell that every step before I pitched that damn lime, it was perfect. And then I tasted it when I was transferring from my chiller to my fermenter, and I was like, holy shit. I overshot the lime because it tasted like I don't know, added like it was just way bitter.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I think it was solid base, just poor execution on the lime. My fault.
Yeah, it's easy to use too little. You can always add more. Use it as late in the process as you can. When I did that,
if I did the tasty school of thought, I would have mixed it and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I did on that wit beer challenge thing we did.
Yeah, you can't take it away. You can always add more.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Brace. Well, you are our home brewer of the week, and deservedly so, man. You got a rad system. Sounds like you're brewing good beer. And I'm telling you, if you're bummed because you haven't brewed in 2.5 months, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So, do you normally brew pretty often, like once or twice a month, or what?
Yeah, me and my brew buddy, I had a guy out there that we just got gung-ho about it. Me and this guy Patrick out there,
I know Patrick.
We're brewing every week. Oh yeah, you know that guy?
Oh, Desert Pat.
Tall guy, kind of sandy hair. Yeah, I know that guy.
Good company.
Yeah, 2 feet.
He's good
Absolutely
people.
Wrong.
That's what we say in the desert. Good people.
No, anyway, we brewed every week pretty much. I was brewing once a week, and then my company keeps sending me out of town, and
I see.
Yeah, I gotta live in hotels.
You'll get back to it. I have faith in you.
Oh, I'm about to quit my job. Believe me.
Oh, is that right? I got to get back to brewing.
I don't believe you.
I'm sure the wife's happy about that.
Yeah.
You don't believe me, JP? I'll send you a resignation letter, and I'll CC it to my company.
Please do.
Perfect.
Actually, just text me a photo of you burning the building down.
Wow.
Yeah, let's not go down. Let's not end up in jail.
That's the proof I need. Sorry.
All right, Brace. You are our home brewer of the week. Thanks for submitting. Say hi to Desert Pat and your gay brother for us, will you?
Fuck you guys. Thank you.
It's not going to help anything.
Cheers, brother. Take care, man.
All right.
Yeah, go get your
there you
message.
This week's Homebrewer of the Week was brought to you by Logic Inc. Go to ecologicleansers.com. Check out their Straight A and their One Step. They are easy to use. They're extremely effective, non-toxic, biodegradable, non-corrosive, the best cleaning products you can get. Go check them out. ecologicleansers.com.
Hey, big brother, can you brew me I don't know, I really like that Bud Light Lime. Could you brew me something like that?
But maybe that tastes more like a Bud Light Lime Margarita? Like a Bud Light Lime-arita?
You're just bitter that he said you were from Hespermia.
But Bud Light, like light calories?
Yeah, I like Bud Light, but if I could make a better Bud Light, it'd be called Bud Light Light. Like extra light. Extra Bud Light.
Extra Bud Light. I think I could totally do that for you, little brother. That's great, because I support you and your lifestyle.
By the way, how are you healing up?
Well, it's a good thing that braced for it. His name is Braced. What do we got next on the show, friend?
I think we are moving on now to our Sabco Happy Hour, right?
All right.
All right, let's do that. Happy Hour time. I like this segment because it's the only time anybody but me admits to screwing up their beer.
It's time for the BN Happy Hour.
That's right, and brought to you by Sabco, maker of the Brew Magic Brewing System. Go to
kegs.com.
That's right. Sabco.
And now, let's see who f***ed up this week.
Well, this week it was William Behun, and he said that he and his wife, now these two, he and his wife are both philosophy teachers at Penn State, or at least they were at the time that this disaster happened.
Or they think they are.
Yeah. Can you imagine the conversation between those two over dinner? Okay, to say that there were some problems with this brew, he says, is an understatement, and he says it was a more beer Russian Imperial Stout extract plus grains kit. Well into the brew day, it occurred to me that the hop quantities were meant for a partial wort boil, and our full wort boil was going to extract a lot more, than intended. So it's going to be on the bitter side. No big deal, he said, but a harbinger of things to come. Let's let him tell the story because it's long and it's good.
All right, let's go to William. How are you, brother?
I'm good.
Thanks for being on the program, and thanks for having the balls to come on and talk about some brewing mistakes. We appreciate that.
Well, this one's at least got a happy ending.
Okay.
So we were a little worried about the hop utilization because we were doing a full wort boil, but it seemed to go pretty well. So I figured, it's going to be just fine until I put the immersion chiller in, and I'm starting to clean up, doing the things you do while your immersion chiller is in for 20 minutes. And when I started running it, I noticed that I was getting a lot of sort of brown water coming out in the water outlines. I'm thinking, there must have been crap in the lines from when it was stored over the winter. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And it's not getting better. And suddenly I noticed that the wort level is rising. And so I immediately yanked the chiller out and realized that because it's been sitting in the cold over the winter, it had split in a couple of places. So running beer out of the water line, I was pumping hose water into my beer.
God,
so I figured, okay, I'm not going to pitch a $50 kit, so I'll boil the fuck out of it, and just get the volume down and kill whatever nasties are in it. And it's going to be bitter as hell from the hops, but that'll be fine. So we boil it down for like another hour. And then we don't have a chiller, so we have to, stick it in the tub.
Just blow on it.
Blow on it real hard. And okay, we'll just leave it there. We'll go out to dinner. We come back, it's cooled down. And we're like, okay, I'm going to pitch my yeast, have a White Labs vial of yeast, throw that in there, seal it up, get ready to go. So 3 days later, there's no activity at all. It's just dead in the water. So I don't have a local homebrew shop. This was when we were living in State College, Pennsylvania. And so I'm like, okay, I'll put in some emergency dry yeast. So we put in the emergency dry yeast, figure, that'll take off in a day or two. That night, I'm asleep, and I hear this bang out of the kitchen. I'm like, oh, God, what the hell is going on? I go in there. The carboy cap has literally blown off of the carboy. I have a stain on my ceiling.
Wow.
And, goop, just foamy, black, thick, syrupy, just, flowing all over the kitchen floor. So, I rig up a blow-off tube real quick and get that on there. And I let this thing ferment out and throw it into a keg and figure, okay, we'll give it a shot. So I force carbonate it, give it a couple of weeks, tried it. It was foul. I mean, it was just bitter
like
as hell.
Infected or just unbalanced?
No, just bitter and syrupy and just nasty.
All right.
So I pull it off of the CO2 line. I stick it in a corner and just let it go. And literally forgot about it until 3-4 months later. It's May, and I'm like, what is this keg sitting in the corner? And I hooked it up, and I poured a pint out of it, and it was amazing. I'm running around the house screaming like a lunatic because it was literally the best stout we had ever brewed. And there's no way to duplicate it. You know, I've often thought, well, let's see, could I fuck this up in the same way again?
Right. Well, you could use the same wort chiller if you didn't throw it out.
Right. Pump some hose water in there.
You could buy some old yeast again.
Yeah, dump some hose water into my wort. Yeah.
It really came out. Plan. It really came out good at the end.
It was really, really nice at the end. So a lot of the hop bitterness dropped out, and that the sort of syrupy thickness really started to be a positive thing in the beer. It was nice, and you know, kudos to the guys at More Beer for their formulation, because it is. I've brewed that kit, you know, probably 3 more times since then, and it's always come out wonderful.
Wow. Tasty. I know about hops, the hop character dropping out over time.
Yeah.
Bitterness will drop out too?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It does?
Yeah. Well, a lot of times it's caught up in some of the solids that are in suspension.
Okay.
And, of course, as those settle out and over time, you know, that'll drop out as well.
I see. Wow. So what's funny, I don't know why I'm so surprised, because we've spent a lot of time on the show saying, don't throw it away. Like, hey, unless it's like really infected and stuff like that. We've always said, hang on to it because it might end up good. And this just happens to be one of the first times I've actually heard somebody go, it started awful and then it really ended up good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a surprise to me too. I was just about to dump it.
Oh, man.
Well, as a barometer, I think we should get what commercial beer is his favorite. Because maybe he likes, like, terrible beers. And so then this is like, oh, well, then of course it's great.
All right.
Well, we call this the Grumpy Czar because one of my favorites was the Avery Czar.
Okay. Oh, that's a good beer, yeah.
Not Skunked Moosehead? That would make sense.
We really like Skunked Moosehead.
Yeah, we love it.
Well,
put some lime in it.
Yeah, that's right.
For further barometer, I mean, were other people drinking this with you? What did they think?
Yeah.
They're all dead
two of
now.
us, me and my wife, you know, plowed through it. A few other people tried it and liked it. And we moved through it really, really fast, which was, you know, pretty impressive considering it was probably 8-9%.
Oh, wow. Nice. You had some good drunken nights together.
Absolutely.
Love it. By the way, I think that it is I think whenever you walk into a homebrewer's home,
right,
the first thing you should do is scan the ceiling for beer stains. Because I would dare say that you are not a seasoned brewer until you have a fucking stain on your ceiling. I had the same brown beer stain in my Pacheco house, although it was Chad's beer that did it.
Is still there. I bet the stain in the State College place is still there.
Yeah. It must be.
Yeah, I have a couple spots on my ceiling from the Black IPA from the Brewcaster Challenge.
Yeah.
I scrubbed the hell out of it, and there's still a little bit of spotting left.
It's never happened to me.
It's the sign, and we all know that your beer sucks.
It does. Thank you.
See, it's the sign of a good brewer. You have to have a stain on your ceiling. Actually, JP, it's just because you do all your stuff in the garage.
Well,
have you never had a blow like a pop?
It's never always been that way. I mean, I never always. I've never lost an airlock where it shot up to the ceiling like that. No.
Really?
Yeah, ever. Never, ever. I've had a clogged airlock before, but I habitually check every day. And so it's like been clogged with like yeast slurry.
Right.
But it's never like been to the point where it's exploded.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not a retard.
Tasty, have you had an airlock pop off a carboy?
No, but I have got the ceiling brown by
other means. Standing on my head and farting.
We want to know about that.
By dating.
Extreme diarrhea. No, by having a counterpressure bottle filling incident.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think ours, when Chad did it, it was a keg thing. He went to just either open the keg or pull the pressure release, and it just went everywhere. Something had happened. But I don't care how it happens.
Right.
If there are no stains on your ceiling, you're not brewing enough or well enough.
Hard enough.
Yeah, or hard enough. Brew hard. Can we change Brew Strong to Brew Hard?
It's just a new show.
Brew Hard.
It's this guy and Brace.
Love it.
Those are two hosts.
All right, William, thanks for sharing your brewing disaster. I'm happy this one had a happy ending.
Well, and it has a clear moral, too, which is don't store your immersion chiller outdoors if you live in a cold climate.
That's a good call, yeah.
Absolutely true.
So was yours just in your garage, William?
It was in a storage space.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a good point because you're never getting all that water out of there. You know how when you put your... By the way, here's a little trick I had to learn the hard way to new brewers. If you've used your immersion chiller before and then you go and you know, a week later you're brewing again and you put your immersion chiller back in the boil kettle and you haven't hooked up the hose to it yet, it'll start spitting out extremely hot water at you. Because there's always water left in the immersion chiller. So hook up your hose before you put it in. And don't store it in the cold.
Yeah, don't pull a William, as it's affectionately called.
Oh, right.
Why, thank you.
All right, William, thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. There you go. Our Stabco happy hour. Upgrade your equipment to the next level with a Brew Magic brewing system because better equipment will help you avoid brewing catastrophes like these.
Yeah, you can be less like William and more like Brace.
That's right.
It's also the tagline for Viagra, too, by the way.
Which is...
upgrade your equipment and avoid disasters.
I like that. Yeah. That should be there. You know what? You should do marketing, JP.
That's weird, right?
You should do marketing. So I have more than one song to play for you because we've got Lucas, Ohio hanging out with us tonight. He's going to play a song. He's playing our brew festival. You can go to bnbrewfest.com and buy tickets right now. They're only $35, and we'll pick up the service fees for you until December 24th. After that, you got to pay them yourself or show up at the door and pay $45 to go. But it's going to be a great festival this year, and part of the lineup is Lucas, Ohio, and then Forrest Day is going to be playing with you too, which I'm really excited about. He's got a new album, and I think the music's just going to kick ass this year. But before we get to that kick-ass music...
we have other kick-ass music.
Well, Sugar Valley Brewer sent in a couple of new songs to us this week. And I got to find the title of the
Where
first
are you, Bevo?
one.
Why are you slinking in your box
Cowering
there?
in the corner here.
Why are you doing that?
Well,
you're not excited?
No.
Well.
Of course, he did send in another... Bevo tribute. That's his.
What part of my body is this song about?
Your left boob.
This one's about your. Well, let me tell you the title.
Okay.
The title of the song is called "Wacka Wacka Wacka on Her Bare Behind."
Oh.
Yes! You're his muse, Bevo, and. Man, I bet you that he has never written so many songs since he found out about you.
Yeah, you're his
This
inspiration.
is why I need a sexual harassment clause.
Well, listen, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, I know.
That's why you'll never be an employee of the Hop Grenade.
I know.
You'll be an unofficial employee of the Hop Grenade. You know, you'll have to mop the floor when we're done.
Yeah, I get to clean up your colostomy bag.
Yeah. Again. All right. So this is called. It overwhelms me how inspirational you are as a female.
I'm a
female,
special kind of lady.
Not as a person.
All right. This is called "Wacka Wacka Wacka on Her Bare Behind" by Sugar Valley Brewer.
Don't look at me.
She's a mighty fine one, a pretty and a sweet one. We all love the Bevo, highlight of the session show. But wacka 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 on her bare behind, she provokes me to do it, and it suits me just fine. Wacka wacka wacka, oh, I'm not gonna hurt her. Wacka wacka wacka, look at that, she is a squirter.
Oh, what the?
Oh.
Let's just. I have to pause it.
Oh, God. Did he just sing that?
Did he just say that Bevo is a squirter?
Oh. Look at that face. Look at her face.
Oh, my God.
How did he know?
Wacka, wacka, wacka.
Oh,
not gonna hurt.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard written into a song.
It is. He crowbarred it in for sure.
Yeah, how did he make that leap of logic?
See how much you inspire?
Oh, wow.
That's a good face.
That is creepy. That's in. Well, wait, let's hear the rest.
Oh, yeah, let's go for that.
She's not in my spank bank, but she's in the Army's think tank.
Weird.
How many out there whack it?
God.
To that sweet Bevo racket.
Wacka 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 on her bare behind.
She provokes me to do it, and it suits me just fine. Wacka, wacka, wacka. She thinks I'm a creeper. Wacka, wacka, wacka. No, I'm just old Sugar Valley Brewer.
It doesn't rhyme.
Oh, listen to the way he says it, though.
Yeah,
I'm just Sugar Valley Brewer.
That's why he does it in the bathroom. It's easy cleanup.
What a creepy song.
My face is so hot right now.
Yeah, it is. What?
Oh, good. There's more.
Yeah, we're not done yet. I don't think
She's a mighty fine one. A pretty and a sweet one.
Don't slur it together.
We all love the Bevo. Highlight of the session, Joe.
Wacka, wacka, wacka on a bear behind. Wacka, wacka, wacka. Oh, I think he finished at the end, Devo. I think he
So far-
recorded himself finishing at the end.
He finished 3 times. Maybe you should, call him up.
All right, this one, so I did listen to this ahead of time. It totally creeped me out. This one is creepy, man.
Yeah, that's the creepiest thing he's done. Yeah, for sure.
That was
Wacka, wacka, wacka on a bear behind.
There's always just like the one line in all of his songs that are just.
Yeah.
It just like crosses the line.
Yeah, it's the one that, yeah.
It surpassed the line. It obliterated. It set the line on fire.
Which line was it? Was it this one? Here, let me go.
Stop it.
Wacka on a bad behind. She provokes me to do it, and it suits me just fine. Wacka, wacka, wacka. Oh, I'm not going to hurt her. Wacka, wacka, wacka. Look at that. She is a squirter.
Oh, God. It's so bad.
That's the line. That it right there.
I think it's Sam's new ringtone.
In a
I think that's what he's doing down there.
It's so bad. I've been to a lot of like creepy strip clubs. Like I do it on purpose because it's creepy.
Right.
I've never felt so uncomfortable as listening
Terrence
to him
just
sing that
texted me
line.
and just said, "Ew."
That's really weird.
What's the text?
It's really wrong.
Well, luckily he also sent in a Christmas song.
Right.
Good.
So we can listen to that if you want.
Am I involved in it in any way?
I don't think this one is directly inspired by you.
Thank the sweet Lord.
Because I think he got all of his inspiration out in Wacka Wacka Wacka.
And by all of it out, you mean
there was
all of it out.
Yeah. He got all of it out in stanza 4.
Yeah.
Wow. Lucas, do you feel inspired at all? Do you think you're gonna write some new songs when you leave here?
Lucas, you should cover this song at Winterfest. This one goes out to Bevo. Yeah. Oh, wacka, wacka, wacka.
I'm just going to tell you right now, I will not refrain from jumping on the stage and tackling you to the ground.
That'll help.
You can get a free hug out of it, it sounds like.
All right, well, let's try a Sugar Valley Brewer Christmas
I'm
song.
mortified.
What a creepy thing to say. Like, I'm going to admit, I think about some creepy stuff sometimes. Sometimes even related to Bevo.
Right.
I never would have written a song like that. That was insane.
Well, no, because some things you need to keep to yourself.
Right.
Right.
Wacko, wacko. All right, let's try Christmas song.
Well, Beagle's big ass is frightful, but Nathan's hair is quite delightful. And since we are striking out here, let's drink beer, let's drink beer, let's drink beer. Tasty shows no signs of breathing, and Justin is quietly seething. Moscow and JP are queer. What? So let's drink beer, let's drink beer, let's drink beer. Another great year has passed, and the good times are all gone.
I can see him looking at the fretboard right now.
Yeah.
And on the couch until dawn.
See, now I know why he writes creepy songs, because the other ones are a little bit boring. Like I'm waiting for the thing that's going to gross me out.
Right.
And then he's just like, let's drink beer, let's drink beer, let's drink beer.
That's true. Well, I think he has the song wrong, too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Let It Snow?
Well, it's Let It Snow, but like the third verse it's a different timing, and so
he just kept it the same.
Signs of stopping.
Wait, was that another Bevo reference? Let's hear.
There's no signs of sunrise. And on the couch until dawn. Oh, that ass has no signs of stopping.
Yeah.
The one-eyed monster in my pants is popping.
Oh, there it is.
Let's see what what we have
There's
here.
the one line.
Let's drink beer.
Let's see what we have here.
Let's drink beer. Another great year has passed, and the good times are gone.
Should play it at our party.
The Chad will bring us some grass.
You can fly him in.
Out on the couch until dawn. The stream is slowly fading.
All right, that's enough. Lucas, would you mind if I had Sugar Valley Brewer open for you at the
like
winter?
literally?
Would you still invite all your friends and fans out if I did?
I wouldn't want to get tackled by Bevo. That's the thing. You
Oh
wouldn't?
no, if he was there, you wouldn't have to worry.
I don't know if he'll make it in. The festival.
Oh, he'll make it in all right.
The funny thing about Sugar Valley Brewer is I would have thought, like, from how creepy these songs are, that he kind of gets it. Like, I would have thought he gets it, right? He's like one of us. But when we interviewed him for Homebrewer of the Week, I don't think he gets it. He's real creepy, right? Like, he's actually creepy. They're not jokes. Bevo, they're not jokes. I think is the problem.
I don't. That doesn't help this situation. You telling me that doesn't make me feel any better.
Like,
Does it set your mind at ease?
They're jokes.
No, not at all.
He's like, I can't.
You're not gonna play the last stanza?
Okay, all right, yeah.
Jeez, I want to hear all of the creativity.
Ian is on vacation, and since we're the last ones here, let's drink beer, let's drink beer, let's drink beer.
Oh, look at him go. Guitar solo.
He always adds a note.
Or two.
He always adds a beat. Wacka, wacka, wacka on a bear behind. He does write good hooks.
See?
Right? Lucas, you gotta admit.
I agree.
His hooks
Good
are
hooks.
solid.
Wacka, wacka, wacka on a bear behind.
You
She
go
compels me to do it. And I
think it's just fine.
Oh, wacka, wacka, wacka.
Yeah, his rhyming is solid also.
Oh, wacka, wacka, wacka.
Congratulations, Tasty. You are not the creepiest person.
Shit. Tasty's like Mother Teresa next to this one.
Or Teresa.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely your creeper for sure.
I love him. I don't know what it is. I love him, though.
Yeah, you can't hate
you gotta
Sugar
love
Valley
him.
Brewer.
You gotta love him.
I love the guy.
Devo, do you love him or do you hate him?
I don't know that I have any feelings towards him.
Wow, that's what you don't want, indifference. Yeah. That's bad.
I can't wait until the awkward moment at a future BN anniversary party where Sugar Valley and Bevo finally get to shake hands and meet face to face.
I'm not touching his hands.
They would hug.
Did you hear that song?
Well, forget the anniversary. What about the bar? He'd just be there every night.
And now
Doesn't mean I'm going to be there every night.
Yeah.
Sam will get free beer, so you know you'll be there every night.
He might be the only person more likely than me to get a sexual harassment suit slapped on him, Sugar Valley. I want it to happen on stage. I want it to happen at BNA 10. I might fly him out to BNA 10 to meet Bevo on stage. And maybe we'll put like a little couch on stage for Bevo and he can serenade her with...
I love it.
Wacka, wacka, wacka.
Wacka, wacka, wacka on a bear behind.
No.
You have a year and a half to quit, Bevo. You got plenty of time. All right, why don't we do some good music? I'm going to wrap things up. I think
that was insulting.
I think I finished everything I'm supposed to do, right? Let's have a look here. Did a little homebrew of the week.
Yeah.
Did a little happy hour.
We're
good to go. Next week, Triple Voodoo is back on the show. You remember Triple Voodoo? It's a San Francisco brewery. You know, they were doing some contract brewing last time we talked to them, and we also loved their Belgian beer. Well, they now have their own brew house. They're opening their own brewery. In fact, they invited me to go check it out. I might try to go this week, Moscow.
Did it just open?
Well, it's not open yet. They're building it, but they invited me to come out and see it, being built before the interview. So I might try to do that this week.
Yeah, you should. I think it's almost done. They're putting
very
the finishing
close.
touches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be our friend Greg Kitchen, who was in here last time, and then he's coming with Phil Meeker, formerly of Iron Springs.
Yeah.
His new brewer.
And then, of course, the following Sunday, we've got our last show of the year, and we invite you to come join us. First, we're going to be at Creek Monkey, and you can come join us from 2:30 to 4:30 at Creek Monkey. Admission is free. Just come hang out with us. You buy your own beer and stuff. And then we'll come back to the studio and do the show with Matt Brindleson from Firestone Walker Brewing Company. So it'll be a good time. And maybe Lucas will come out and hang. You can meet Lucas at the Christmas party.
Head over to our Facebook page. There's an event for it. So if you want to RS your VP there, then we can kind of know how many people to plan for and how many strippers to have.
That's a good idea. If you risk, it would help because then I can figure out if I can do appetizers for you guys. And I also want to plan some surprises, some gifts to give away. We might do some raffle action. So the more I know if you're going to be there, the better I can do to make it a good time. And I'm excited to hang out at Creek Monkey, actually. Bring people down to our local pub. It's only going to be our local pub for another 5 months or so.
Then where?
Then we'll be our own local pub.
Because it's right next to EJ Fair.
Oh, that's true. EJ will be our local pub.
Right.
Yeah. Wouldn't it suck if we were like, I don't know, our beer sucks. Let's go next door.
That would be pretty terrible.
You know who'd be the guy who did that on the air, quote unquote, accidentally?
Yeah.
Tasty. He'd be like, I'm not drinking here. Oh, wait, we're sponsors of
I'm going to go to
ourselves.
Vinny's.
Yeah. Be like, Tasty, this is our place. You have to say it's great. You ever notice if you talk between your teeth, nobody else can hear you except for the person you're talking to?
What?
Tasty. Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah, I should try that with Taryn.
All right, go to bnbrewfest.com right now. Also, you can buy a holiday shirt for about another couple of hours if you go over to codis.com/BNAC holidays. Or just check it on our Facebook page. It's only available for another couple of hours, and then that's it. Get your BN Brewfest tickets where you can see our good friend Lucas Ohio playing. Any shows coming up between now and January 25th?
Nope. Just taking a little break.
Attaboy. Good. Then we get all the audience coming to see us at the Winterfest.
We're going to be hungry.
Yeah.
So.
And you're bringing the full band.
Full band.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a really, really good time.
I'm excited. Where can people go to buy your album?
Go to Amazon.com.
Yep.
iTunes or CD Baby.
And just search Lucas Ohio?
Lucas Ohio.
Okay.
And have 3 albums. Just as you know, just came out with Slingshot Kid, which has been selling well.
Yeah.
I brought one to give away tonight.
Okay, great.
For a caller.
Can you sign it?
We got to do our Twitter game winner, too. Why don't we give it to our Twitter game winner? Can we do that?
Yeah.
Only if it's autographed.
Is that cool by you?
Yep.
Should we do that real quick?
And they get a giraffe sticker, too.
Let's do that. That way Lucas can take us out.
Great.
For a drink.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Is what I was thinking.
It's 8 o'clock. Everyone's closed.
Shit. See, it's not going to be great, Tasty, when the show's over. You're going to be able to leave the studio and have a beer, and I promise we won't be closed.
No, we'll be open. Yeah.
I promise.
Even if we are,
we'll have time for one beer at least.
Right. At least one beer. All right. What was our Twitter game today?
Our Twitter game was, what could the BN sell on the beer black market?
Wacka, wacka, wacka. MP3s of...
on the bear behind.
Should we make a limited edition T-shirt? Wacka, wacka, wacka. And on the back it says she's a squirt. Never mind. Just do
put that on the front.
No.
No, we cannot. People were like, does that say what I think it says?
Does that mean what I think it means?
Yeah.
Wear it to church.
Yeah. All right.
Sam probably would.
All right, what do we have?
It's in a Radio Shack. Who cares? Stephen Mayo writes... what you can sell on the beer black market. JP giving Disneyland tours, velvet paintings from Moscow, tasty cookies, and Terrence.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Terrence on the black market.
Right. But all the other things, too.
What were they again?
JP Disneyland tours, velvet paintings from Moscow, not of, tasty cookies, and Terrence.
Well, Tasty Cookies is the most honest and practical one. That's probably the real answer. I like velvet paintings from Moscow, but it depends on what criteria we're using to pick a winner. I think the Tasty Cookies are the clear, like, black market thing we would probably sell.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Tasty? I mean, we wouldn't really do it, but it's the most logical.
That's logical.
Yeah, everything else...
It's not that funny, though. I mean, it's...
Right.
Yeah, it's like...
Everything else is legitimate.
Yeah.
I mean, selling Terrence, selling me giving tours, and paintings from Moscow. Those are all legitimate things to actually sell.
Terrence is pretty... I guess if there were a black market,
he would
sell him on it.
Yeah.
I still give it to Tasty Cookies. What do you think?
Well, it's from the same guy, so...
Oh, that was all from one person?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he the only one that participated?
No.
Oh, I thought you were giving us all the options in one shot.
No.
Oh.
I would never do that to you.
Carry on.
Yeah. I want to extend it out as long as possible.
Can't each person just have one submission?
No.
Okay.
Well, they do, but it's, whatever. J-Bone writes, Bevo nudes to Sugar Valley Brewer. He will finally know if she has hair down there.
I'm laughing now.
Speaking of Sugar Valley Brewer,
it was too soon.
I'm not over it yet. Yeah.
Speaking of Sugar Valley, he says almost anything as long as the packaging has a picture of Bevo's ass on it. Which
No, he can't have any pictures of my ass.
He kind of has a point. It's like in Revenge of the Nerds where they're selling the whipped cream pies.
Yeah.
And then you get down to the bottom and there's a photo. It would just be Bevo's ass in her mom jeans.
Bevo, I guarantee.
They're not mom jeans.
I guarantee he already has at least a dozen photos of you.
Photoshopped or not.
Yeah.
B.I. writes, pictures of Bevo and Sarah 36C with their naked boobies pressed together.
What is that called?
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Oh, it's just it's just nipple docking. Milk,
It should
feeding
have
milk
another-
into the other.
It should have another
Stop
name.
it. Stop.
We'll have to think about that one.
No.
That could be the next Twitter game. Yeah. What do you call it when two boobs get pushed together?
Stop it.
Our friend Brace writes, you could sell Bevo's seat cushion. I guarantee you can
I
raise.
like that.
I guarantee you can raise enough funds from Sugar Valley Brewer to finance the entire beer bar endeavor.
It's still too soon.
We're gonna frame Bevo's seat cushion.
Oh my God.
We should bronze that thing, hanging above the bar. At writes the Brewing Network.
Okay.
Yeah.
That wasn't funny.
I thought it was funny. Friend Scott Shakeit writes the Very Merry Stripper Christmas Poll.
Oh, we could, sell that. Still down there.
Kyle Schmidt writes the biscuits ashes in a warhead to the Asians.
Oh, I would never do that.
To the Asians.
She lives on my nightstand.
Yeah, I bet she does.
Poor little dead dog. All right.
And Tim Conlon finally writes, you can squeeze Nate's hair into a bottle after a brain oil show and dry hop the shit out of it.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's worse than Bevo's. Never mind. That's gross.
That's it. Those are your choices, everybody. I'll get rid of the Brewing Network one because clearly no one else thought it was as funny as I did.
I think we have to do Bevo's seat cushion.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's the winner, right?
We could make some money. She could sit on like 5 or 6 a day. We could sell like...
That was Brace.
All right, Brace.
Home Brew of the Week.
Also
There you
our
go.
Twitter game winner, Bevo's seat cushion, ladies and gentlemen.
Brace, send me an email to jp@thebrewingnetwork.com and I'll hook you up.
You know, I don't want to be the center of attention.
I have this idea that...
It's not you.
Yeah. Well, you could be the
Or
center
my
of...
ass.
Well, you're asking to be the center of gravity. You know what I'm saying?
I have this idea that the bar stools at the Hop Grenade on the back should be branded with Brewcasters' names on them, right? Like that's Tasty and Doc. And and Bevo.
It's a good idea.
It doesn't mean like people have to get out when we come in. But
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Get up out my chair, bitch.
But now with this whole thing, like I just envision people coming in and like sniffing Bevo's. Yeah, like I feel like walking in, there's almost always somebody just sniffing Bevo's chair.
I think it'd be good.
And it's always Sugar Valley.
Always.
So wrong.
It's like I'm moving to Concord, guys. So what do you think? Can we put your name on a chair?
I liked that idea until you spoke.
How awesome would it be? Who's going to be... Because you know it's going to happen. We're going to walk in one day, and some creeper is going to be sniffing
I
her
bet there
chair.
will be more listener fan photos of them posing with that stool than any of the actual interior of the bar.
I don't
Or any of us
understand
as
that.
actual people. It'll be just with her chair.
I'm not that nice. Like, I don't understand that.
People
It's
like
'cause
that.
You're a girl and there's beer.
In a room full of penises.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're not nice.
And next to us, you actually are nice. Like, if you were to leave this room,
Well,
you're
you know, that's
you're a
true. I'm
total
nice
bitch.
to other people. I'm not nice to you.
Or Sam.
Right.
Well,
or Sam.
Whatever. He chose. He made his bed. He has to lie in it.
He put a ring on this.
All right. And with that, Lucas.
Yeah.
Can he take us out?
Am I doing plugs? I don't need to.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Well, do we have to?
No, it's the same shit all the time.
All right, let's not do it. Let's just go out with some Lucas, Ohio. Go to bnbrewfest.com right now. Buy your tickets. You can see Lucas, Ohio live on January 25th. What are you going to play for us?
I'm going to play a song I wrote about a year ago. It's called Blind River.
Love it. Let's do it.
Went down to the old Rio, red rose in my hand, stopped in the desert, found the rose-mist Carolina skies. I found the rose-mist Carolina skies. But don't let it get you down. You're a fool. Give up now. Bound for Blind River. Caught up just for sunrise. I heard 3 shots through smoky eyes. Down the hill from the old lumber mill. She blew me a kiss from a stained glass sill. Yeah, she blew me a kiss from a stained glass sill. 46 north, 82 west. Morning came without much regret. Said a goodbye as we rolled out of sight. I woke to a chill in the black of night. I woke to a chill in the black of night. But don't let it get you down. You're a fool. Give up now. But don't let it get you down. You're a fool. Bound for Blind River. Got me living down on poor man's way. Fighting these wars, baby, living day to day. But there's no price in taking a life. We packed our bags, we gon' leave tonight.